I loved how everybody was in stripper heels.
Everyone. Okay, this is so fucked up. You just said that. Like everyone was in
straight
stripper
on
heels.
the streets.
I literally, when I got home, I ordered a pair of stripper heels because I was like, oh, this is what everybody wears. And then I'm like, by the way, I live in New York City. I should be like super trendy. And I'm like, there is the stripper heels. And I'm like, what am I doing?
1, 2, 3.
Stand up, girl.
Not break the microphone.
Hey, what's up? I'm MJ.
And I'm Bree.
And we're just a couple of Vegas girls.
Living the not so Vegas life.
Yeah, but we're not regular Vegas girls.
We're cool Vegas girls. Kinda.
And this is the Keeping It Casual podcast.
Where we talk about everything and nothing all at once. Let's do it.
I like when you saying it out.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I love that stupid movie.
Good evening.
Yes, hello there. Ooh, we got a guest.
We do have a guest. I'm so excited about this.
Hulu just added like some really cool like cult classic reality TV, and I'm talking like, remember VH1's Rock of Love?
Remember how we kept telling you to watch Rock of Love? There was a reason why.
Okay, I'm talking a decade later, the final season, the final 3. We have a Rock of Love bus survivor right here.
Yes, we do.
Jamie Ross in the building.
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
I am a survivor.
Well, I mean, and it was so cool meeting you because you were honestly my favorite on Rock of Love. I was like,
I'm so sorry about that. No,
You were the most relatable.
no, you were
like,
the
towards
most
the end, too.
relatable.
thank you.
And you were fun and spunky, and I don't know.
Thank you. I was definitely. I was a real girl.
Yes, you.
Not that the other ones weren't. But
We had some feelings on all the girls.
So
but,
did I.
We're so excited to have you here. So for anybody that doesn't know, please introduce yourself.
My name's Jamie. I was on the 3rd and final and most shit show season of Rock of Love.
The bus.
Actually, I think the first season might have been the most shit show season.
Usually
Because you get that fight with Heather and Lacey.
God, right?
Oh.
I was sucked into it.
Me
Okay,
too.
I could only rewatch the 3rd season because I was like, I have to rewatch it for Jamie.
Yeah.
But I might have to go back.
I was a fan. Like, I watched it. I love the first.
Oh, so you were a fan of the show before you went on it?
I was a fan of it, and I was living in New York City at the time. And
That's
I actually,
awesome.
fun fact, I auditioned for season 2. Got like an on-camera audition. Like, obviously didn't work out, and I was like, oh, whatever. And then it came around again, and I'm like, I had my hair black. Like, I dyed my hair black.
Yeah.
That time, and I like breezed through and got right on.
So what color was your hair the first time?
It was blonde. I'm a blonde now. This is
Yes, I know. I like blonde.
I like the blonde
Thank
on you
you.
too.
You could
but
pull it all off.
apparently they did. Well, they probably wanted. If you were going to be blonde, they wanted you to be a very specific type of blonde.
Maybe, yeah, and I had like a short, shaggy, spiky blonde, kind of like the winner of that first season.
Oh,
so I think
Jess?
it might have been a little
Yeah.
or just it wasn't the right time.
Oh my God! You just reminded me of the winner of the first thing. Yeah, she was a cute.
Yeah, she had the
short
spiky hair.
Okay,
Yeah, she was awesome.
I only
She was
committed
cool.
to the 3rd season.
Oh, I watched all
recent
3. I
Hulu.
binge watched all 3. I was like, I gotta get into
Girl, I did too.
Okay, so we obviously have some really fun like trivia games and all kinds of questions about like reality TV. So
I will give it all to you.
yeah, so
Most of it.
okay, so first, like, would you do it again?
Yeah, for sure. Cool. I would.
Yeah.
I'd be a lot different, but I would totally do it again.
Okay.
If you could do Rock of Love again, what rock star would you want?
Oh my God, no.
Ooh.
Like, how many choices do I get?
Ooh, I know.
Rock chick.
Give us your top 3.
My top 3. Oh my God, I feel like I'm being put on the spot here. I am.
You are being-
probably like Nikki Sixx. I'm such a Nikki Sixx girl.
Whoa.
I have like a weird thing for Richie Sambora.
Okay.
I don't know. I think he's still. Is he single? No, I don't know. Hey, I feel like there's one.
She's like, if
He
you're
listens to
single,
the pod-
if you're
if he's
actually
listening to
this
podcast.
keeping it casual.
Email anyone.
He gave us a
associated-
rating on
anyone.
iTunes. He's like Richie Sambora XO.
I feel like I'm like weirdly spacing someone that I should be saying, but and Brett Michaels, of course.
Okay.
He was
Yeah.
always so nice to me, so I really.
Oh, I'm sure he was very nice.
He seems super cool.
He is,
I
he
loved
is.
his own vocabulary he had. Sometimes I think I have my own vocabulary, but
I know. But then we all started talking like him, and I started saying like those phrases to talk like him when I got back home, and I'm like,
what would you
sorry.
say? Like, what was the slang word that he would say a lot? Like, just weird terms.
Like, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah, it's just like you know when you're
come to
around
you.
someone a lot.
Yeah, and you
their,
pick up on their dialect.
He had you were living in his country, so you picked up the accent.
It's like when Madonna lived in like, France
She
for-
became British. No, I noticed that even just like hanging hanging out with MJ, I never said dope before, but that's one of her words. And now I'll be like, man, this beat is dope.
That's a real thing. Picking up what other people say. That's a very real thing.
I can't quit it either. It's just.
And I just started wearing red bandanas all the time. I don't know what happened.
Wait. Okay. Can
I did
cowboy
actually.
hat.
Bandanas were my thing.
Can I ask about the bandana? I have to know what's going on.
Oh, he had
under the bandana.
He admitted he had extensions on the show.
I don't know. We never saw under the bandana. But as you can, well, our listeners can't see, but I am a fake hair enthusiast. I
Me
love
too.
Oh, good. Yes, I have tape-ins.
Been there.
I
yeah.
wear lead-ins. It's okay.
I like them all.
I love extensions. Are so fun.
I love it. He gets a little help, I think, but I cannot confirm it. But it's.
I think
come
he said it on season 3. It might have been before you came on, but
oh yeah. I think
there was that one girl who
Did you straight up ask him?
she
I
was
think so.
blonde. And I guess she had a boyfriend, and they caught her calling her boyfriend on
God.
the phone or something.
Which, by the way, half the girls did have boyfriends.
I'm sure they did. They were just like, well, if this works out, then you're done.
No, and I'm like, I kind of get it, but
They thought they could use it for bigger opportunities.
yeah, and I kind of get it, but I don't know. Like, do you really want a boyfriend that's like, yeah, go ahead? But then at the same time, it's like, is this really going to be a real thing with this guy? I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that one.
Did you have any like really cool opportunities after the show?
Yeah, for sure. I did. 2 like kind of future reality things, not with VH1, which unfortunately, we are on a non-compete.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't even know if we're supposed to say
Yeah.
this. I really don't care anymore.
Well,
It's
a
been 10 years.
non-compete. I'm in the radio business. Yes, they do
Yes.
things like that.
The
Yeah, I
wonderful
get it.
non-competes that kill your
mojo to do
your
anything
mojo.
else.
Yeah, so we had like a
Interesting.
1 year from air date of the finale.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
can't do any
so it's
kind
like
of
when
business.
you're hot,
things.
when it just airs, like, it's yeah.
So you couldn't do
Too bad
other
there wasn't
reality
podcasts
shows.
back then.
Yeah.
No, I know. You know what? That's actually I kind of regret like not like starting like a podcast or a YouTube channel or
Modeling.
blah, blah,
Being
blah, whatever.
supermodel.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I did like this really like bad shoot for Guitar World magazine.
Hey, that's not terrible.
No.
I didn't look the best. I was a little hungover that day, like I am right now, and like I didn't like have like a hair and makeup person. And I'm like, oh.
So does VH1 own is it owned by the same company as like TLC? Because I know that one girl on season 2, and then she went on LA Inc.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know her.
What was
but
her name?
Oh,
What
I
is her
remember.
name?
Yeah, she wasn't. She's just like we wasn't vibing, and she wore like the big bandana, and she played horrible drums at the talent
Brandy,
show.
but it's something like
What
that.
was her name?
I know who you're talking about. No, I think that was just she got like that kind
Was
of
it
thing on her-
Amber?
No, Amber. Amber's the one who
Amber's
won.
the one who won.
Amber Lake. What up, girl? No, we actually became friends after
You and
my
Amber?
season aired.
Amber,
yeah, she was
right?
the winner of season 2.
I liked it. I always.
Me too.
She
Yeah,
was like
she's
one of the
great.
ones you could watch and be like, well, "This is she's classy. She's
Yeah.
cool.
And her-
She's got it together." You
yeah,
know.
her and Brett like really dated. Like
Yeah.
they were a real thing, and it didn't work out. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That's
as
where I
things
came
go.
in season
Aubrey.
3.
Aubrey Fisher. That was her name.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
I think that was. I mean, I literally know nothing, but I think that's one of.
I just Googled it.
I think she got that on her own. Like when you're off of those shows, you try to. And even I did it. I went to LA for like 5 months. I think you try to do the auditions. Like I'm going to be an actress now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Of
go
course,
out
you
and,
have to.
yes. Yeah. You try it. You do whatever you can do. I kind of regret not like really trying a little harder, but
No,
I had a lot of fun, so
and
it's okay.
and I bet you, it's so different because it wasn't like Instagram. It wasn't. There wasn't like podcast. There wasn't like
There was.
There
you
was,
couldn't
but it
become
was very
social media
mellow.
big. It was like back in the MySpace days where you could be.
I loved MySpace.
I was your friend on MySpace.
I know you blew my mind when you told me that. I think I started screaming when you told me that.
I think in episode 1 or 2 we pulled up like our MySpace profile songs. And
Yes,
it
we
was
did.
Like,
Oh my god, yeah.
it was hilarious. We were like, let's see if we can even get in. Like I don't.
I remembered
God.
how to log into my MySpace.
No.
Do you remember what your MySpace
You're so
profile
lucky.
song would
No,
might have been?
I tried. It's still public, so I can see my
Yeah.
page, but I can't get in. I tried
Yeah.
to get in it a couple months ago. That's really funny. It's like an old email I don't use. I can't get into the email to reset it.
Yeah.
But you could just like go to your profile page.
Yeah, it's open. I don't know what the name is or anything, but I think it's still like Jamie from VH1.
Jamie from VH1.
Perfect.
That's right.
And all the
VH1.com.
remember all the time you'd go through like finding the HTML and finding your list of songs, like this is
building your profile. I couldn't do
Right.
HTML
No,
to save
remember
my life.
the pimp-
Oh God, I
pimping
knew
your
it all.
page?
I like missed my
Pimping
missed
your
it.
page. Well, right.
Yeah.
I remember it was like right when I had pimped the page, and everybody was like, "We're going to Facebook." I was like, "It's so boring." Like,
Oh,
Facebook
dude.
is so lame.
Thank you.
Facebook
I held
was like
on.
the way people look
No.
at Twitter
held on
sometimes.
to
It's just
MySpace
like there's no
forever.
color.
I held on so long, and I was like, "No, I'm not." I was with MySpace and with my BlackBerry. I was like, "No, I am not are the best. I am not leaving. And I was like, no, I'm gonna be. And then okay, fine.
I know.
I didn't have
There
a
are things
BlackBerry.
like
I was
that.
like, that was my
Yeah.
sidekick.
Oh, you were a sidekick.
I was
girl.
a sidekick girl. I loved my sidekick.
I respect that. I was a Blackberry. Like
I respect the BBMs.
I
too,
think
you know?
I love BBM. Send me your pin. I think I was the last person I knew
in the world.
This-
You were like
in the world
last
that
one
still
holding
had
on.
my BlackBerry. But with BlackBerry, I love the buttons. Listen, I could literally.
It was like a whole like a whole comfortable rhythm you'd have. It was no
Yeah.
phone like it. It was kind of the first like smartphone.
It was.
Really.
yeah.
You know?
I held out.
Kind
And
of.
I held out, and it's like with BlackBerry. I don't know why. But if you want me to be your next sponsor spokesmodel, I'm getting re-drunk right now. It's fine.
Yeah, but BlackBerry
what?
if you need something.
I held
I
on.
love
I held on
BlackBerry.
to my sidekick forever, and then I finally got an iPhone.
Yeah, I did. And then once I got it, I was like, oh, okay.
I understand why this is
I get
cool.
it.
BlackBerry to iPhones, of course. It totally flows together.
How did we get talking about this?
I don't know. This is how it goes, though.
It was
We
MySpace.
We
Like,
just
but we don't know.
Oh, yeah,
we spiral all the time.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
whole point of this show is
love
like
that.
we don't give a fuck.
We
It
just keeping
goes
it
where
casual.
goes. Yeah,
We'll have some
can.
fun.
Hence the keeping it casual.
Oh,
podcast.
and first of all, like right now you're in Vegas and
I
you're
am.
working for a very cool show on the Strip.
I am. I work for this really awesome. It's the best new show in Las Vegas. It's called Little Miss Nasty.
You guys got like
Yes.
voted like super high at like end of year stuff last year.
which was awesome and totally unexpected. I mean, we know we're awesome, but it's
Yes.
it's a new show. It's at Hooters Casino. It is a rock and roll burlesque show. It's rock and roll for the 21st century.
I love
I'm
it.
not in it, but I am at the merch booth. Come and
Yes.
see me. I've been
Yeah.
a merch girl for, probably
Ever?
like over 10 years. Like I was a merch girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was on the show, when I was on Rock of Love, I think that's part of the reason I actually did so well, because I know I was not one of the most crazy ones. I mean, I'm crazy, but I keep it on the down low. But I wasn't like the crazy big boob stripper.
You had already been a part of the lifestyle already.
Right,
Yes,
like, I've
exactly. You work
toured,
in the
like,
lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Like I've toured, I worked on shows, so like that part, the traveling thing, like I was thriving in that.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the other girls were not.
They had never
Not doing
played the
well.
groupie game.
They're just getting like
No.
shit faced.
Well, they probably did, but we got shit faced too. But,
Oh,
like,
I mean, what else could you do though? You're trying to you're like, should I make friends? Should I not make friends? And then you
No.
like get drunk and you're like, you're my best friend.
that is a
No, girls
very
get-
real. That is a
yeah,
very
that's
real.
gotta be like a mind fuck a little bit, because it's
Yep.
like I want to be your friend, but I'm also competing
Yeah.
against you.
And then you're like, do I want to be friends here or do I want? So did you feel like more like I wanted to just kind of hang with the girls and like be friends, or were you like,
A little bit, because I came in about, I think it was episode wise, maybe like 3 or 4 episodes
Yeah.
in. So I was super excited, but I was also super intimidated. So I'm like, I cannot come in here and be like, "Fuck you, bitches."
yeah, you're like,
and like, and honestly, like,
Establishing
as soon as
the
I got
cliques.
there, I was like, "Oh shit!"
what did I walk into?
Yeah, like a little bit, and I was like, okay, and then I'm like, okay, I need to like not rattle the cage or whatever that saying is.
Yeah.
I need to like be chill right now, and I was, and I, like I'm smart, and like I'm not and I was very non-threatening, and none of the other girls thought I was a threat, which kind of worked in my favor. So I played the game, of course,
Yeah.
and anyway, I'm rambling right now. To answer your question,
good. We welcome the rambles.
Yes. we ramble too.
You're living 24/7 with all these other crazy girls, and you're gonna make bonds. You're gonna like
You have to.
have real moments. And actually, that's like super cheesy, but that was kind of some of my favorite moments, when you'd have like these like nice real moments with some of the other girls. And of course you're gonna make friends, like just like
Yeah.
you're gonna make the people that just like annoy the shit out of you, you're gonna make friends with each other.
Yeah.
It's
It-
nice. It's like a
And
bonus.
honestly-
It really
and
is.
Honestly, like, how could you get through something like that if you didn't make friends
Yeah.
with somebody?
Or you're just like a
100%.
horrible like cold bitch, and you're like in the little side thing when they're like talking about the show. You're like I'm not here to make friends. Fuck these bitches. You know what I mean? And then
Right.
you see them like
Oh, no,
being
I was there
best
to make
friends and
friends.
snakes and stuff.
I was there to make
would've-
friends. I was
would've
not gonna-
too. I don't think I could have been there and been like a cunty little
Yeah, be like-
sneaky. But I think that comes to people's core. But some people probably
No, me too,
play
me
the
too.
bitchy part. Some people
Yeah.
they get off on like
100%. You are acting it
Being
up.
horrible.
You definitely are
I
acting it up a little bit. Like,
Actually heard Brandy C from the first season.
Mm-hmm.
A guy I dated is like really good friends with her, and he told me, he was like, no, she played up that dumb blonde stereotype on the show. He's like, she's really smart. She actually is like really into science, and I guess that's what she studied in college. And I was like, no way. And he was like, no, she is. And he started like showing me her like Facebook and stuff, and I was like, dude, that's fucking amazing. So she's actually so smart. She knew what role to play on the show.
I love that. I think that was definitely that was definitely some of us, and also like I was on the 3rd season, so we had 2 other seasons to watch. And I tell you what,
Beware.
I watched those on VH1.com before I went in there. Like I did. I like read articles. I watched it.
Just to know, like, okay, we're playing some chess here.
Kind of get
what role will I fit
a
into?
little, not really what role, but just to like kind of like this is what I'm going into. Even though you cannot be prepared for what you. I literally what you said earlier. Like it was such a mind fuck.
Yeah.
And like this is not real life. And I would tell some of the other girls, I'm like, this is not what real touring is like. By the way, like you do not go and stay in a nice giant hotel room for. Well, I mean, some people probably do. You do not go and stay in a nice hotel room for 4 days and get food just brought to you and endless amounts of booze and get taken on these awesome like dates and get to do these.
If you're Mick Jagger's girlfriend, sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you're Mick Jagger, you can do that. Or Richie Sambora again.
Or like, well, I mean, like my writing
He's
mentor.
Number 1 fan. I mean,
we've
we'll
both taken her class.
Yeah.
We've both taken
Yes.
Pamela Des Barres' class.
Yes.
Oh, have you? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Her writing mentor. Okay.
Yes. So she has a completely different touring life than I do with like the bands that aren't big.
It was a different time as well.
It was also a different time. Bands were huge then when she was dating Jimmy Page.
I mean, how like
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right.
Led Zeppelin.
She's touring with Led Zeppelin. Of course she's going to be wined and dined.
Dude, that's
and I
so
was like,
cool.
I toured with you know.
So okay, so
Who
you
are they again?
I know. Like, I met some guy from some band playing here after the show at a bar, and you know.
Went into their van, and I ended up in
talk about it.
Arizona, and I don't know how it happened.
One time.
hypnotized by the art. It's so sexy. But
Yeah,
It's a real thing.
honestly, like I can't date non-creative types. It drives me crazy, and that is my downfall.
Yeah.
Because creative type, I'm a
They're
creative
crazy.
type. In creative types, dating each other gets competitive
Oh yeah.
really quick.
interesting.
Big headbutting, but it could also work in a good way. I think.
Yeah, because you could thrive off of each other.
I think
If
so.
you guys can put the egos to the side. Like my ex-boyfriend, for example, he could not put the ego to the side. Like
Oh.
I start becoming this rising star, and he's like,
Wait a minute.
yeah.
Wait.
yeah.
And you're like, bye, bitch.
But well,
What was his sign and what was your sign? I'm
he
super
is
into
a
this.
Virgo, and I was a Libra, and I'm a
Ooh,
Libra.
my ex is a Virgo too.
And okay,
I love Virgos.
so
I get along with Virgos.
I am a Libra with my sun and my moon in Libra, Cancer rising, and I'm on the cusp of Scorpio.
Okay.
My
You're interesting.
Mars is in Libra too for me.
I've been meeting Libras lately. That's so funny.
I've never delved that
What's
deep
your
into
sign?
my
I am
sign.
a Taurus, and my sun's in Taurus. My moon is in Cancer, and I'm a Leo rising.
Whoa.
This is like foreign language for a lot of people.
How did you? I know, like I'm a Pisces.
Oh, are you?
That's it.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
It was
it was
belated.
last weekend. Yeah,
It was.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you know what's funny? It's like typically air signs and water signs do not get along very well. But I think because I have the water rising and the water cusp is why I can get along with water signs so well.
The moon signs is something I just learned about last year. Moon and rising, like it has a whole other.
Yeah.
You're looking at us like, what the fuck? are you
No,
talking
tell me, because I'm
about? It
like,
has a whole like other thing.
Yeah, it brings all these other things. Like
I
have a lot of Libra in me, so I'm very much an indecisive, stupid Libra. I'm not even gonna deny that.
It happens. I'm a little like that too.
Can't help it. But
How's your Mercury retrograde been? Mine's been a shit show. Let me
well,
tell you.
full moon's about to be in Libra, so my time's about to
Oh,
shine.
have fun, girl.
Woohoo! But we're in Pisces season, so that's already fucked up for the rest.
see, that's me. I'm Pisces. I'm in Pisces season. That's my thing right now.
well,
I don't know,
we're in
understand the
Pisces
rest.
season with the Mercury in retrograde, so like every other sign except Pisces is fucked right now.
You see,
Oh.
I haven't been.
But mine hasn't been that bad.
I've had how many exes have tried to have talked to you?
Okay, hold on. Funny story. Yesterday, one of my a guy I dated went on about 3 dates with. You're gonna figure out who I'm talking about
Oh,
really quickly. A guy I went on about 3 dates
okay,
with.
okay.
He came in to pick up tickets, and I looked like shit.
Oh, why is it always like
Yeah.
that?
Always,
it is.
always. I looked like crap.
Like, hey.
MJ and I went out the night before, and I
You
was
never go out looking like shit, ladies. There it is.
No,
I do all the time.
Just don't lose the
actually,
house.
so
Just
don't look at
can't
me.
leave the house.
MJ
Always
and
have
I
your
went out
shades
the
and your
night
lip gloss.
before. MJ and I went out the night before, and
Shades.
I looked like crap the next day because I was exhausted. I was like, I'm not gonna do my hair. I'm just
We
gonna
were
put it
out
up.
to about 11:30 spontaneously.
Yeah.
At a Gwen Stefani show.
Yeah, we went to a spontaneous Gwen Stefani concert, and it was like no.
I
big
just went to
deal.
Gwen Stefani. What night did you go?
Wednesday.
I went to Wednesday like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Okay, we went like Wednesday.
Same
Okay,
though,
okay.
Wednesdays. We all wore pink. It was
Anyways,
cool.
Yeah. so I had barely any makeup on. My hair was up in a bun, and he comes strolling in, and I was like, fuck.
He's like, damn, baby.
He was like, oh God, I'm so happy she told me she didn't want to see me anymore.
They always say they like that though, and you're like, ugh, no, yeah. No.
I even warned him. I was like, I'm sorry. I kind of lied, and I was like, I'm a little hungover.
We didn't even drink.
We didn't even drink.
Shit doesn't matter.
You can be hungover without alcohol, I think, if you don't get enough sleep.
I'm
I think so,
hungover
too.
from life, okay?
No,
I'm sleep
that's
hungover.
Listen, it's Mercury retrograde. It is. Everyone's having like
There's a
life
lot
hangover
going on
right
in
now.
my life right now.
4
Do you have
hours.
any, like,
It's groovy.
big cringe-worthy moments from the show that like
God.
got aired
Yes,
on the
a lot.
that got aired on TV, and you're like, fuck, I really wish I wouldn't have done that.
I've blocked them all out, but let me like make them come up again.
Well, I thought this was
Repressed
funny.
memories.
Like Jessica Simpson, I remember when she said she
Yeah,
did a
like,
reality show.
yeah.
She's like, I never realized how many faces I make, and she's always doing like these crazy like
Yeah, that
crazy
is
faces. And
stuff
you're
like stuff like that. Like your weird little quirks. Like I always like just touch my hair, and like people always tell me that. I'm like, no, I don't. And then like I watch it, I'm like, oh, I do. Or
I
it's-
probably would too.
It's so weird watching yourself on TV. It is
Oh,
so weird,
God.
especially like when you're like a
from
normal
somebody
person.
else's view, you know.
Yeah, and it's like everyone
And it's
says like the
people-
editing,
Yeah, I
and
was
you're
gonna
like,
say,
ugh.
you're getting edited in a way that like they want you to be edited.
That is a real thing. Like that is a very real thing. Like I understood why everyone from a reality show says that when they do interviews, because I got pretty lucky. Some of the girls, it was like when you would watch this, and then when you do like the cut to the like interview response to this, it would be a totally different like literally like week and something that they were not responding to that they put to what you were saying. I mean, it was.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I have a question about the interview thing. I always was curious,
cutting
like,
room, like-
yeah, when you're cut to
Yeah.
you and you're sitting there and you're kind of like narrating the show, are they showing you video clips, or are they just asking
No.
you questions to respond to?
I wish. I don't think they had it like all not like edited, but they don't know like what the episode is going to be. I mean, they're literally filming us all the fucking time.
yeah.
When once the last girl finally fucking goes to sleep, which they must just be like, sleep, bitch. Like here's an ambient. Like they will turn the camera off.
They're all drunk. They're like, I know she's gonna take her
They're, like,
shirt
they
off. in a
literally
minute.
these poor crew guys and girls, like they have to wait till all of us are asleep, and then they're like, oh thank God. But then I know, like I don't know, but like I know, like they have like the weird, like they call them like the lights, but it's like really like the night cameras up in the corner.
They call them
Yeah.
the lights.
And
lights,
because
girl.
that's how like some of us would like wake up before like the crew started. And like you'd wake up and start rumbling, and like we quickly learned, like as soon as you started like moving and like talking loud, that here comes the crew with the camera and the TV.
You're like,
or the
get your
camera
makeup
and-
on, bitches.
Oh no, that's how it starts, and then you're like, I literally don't even care anymore. So like there's always when like in a reality show, any reality show, like they show the scenes of them sleeping. There's literally just like hidden cameras up in like the corner.
Oh my God.
shit.
Yeah.
So they watch those until like they see someone moving or talking loud enough to be like, here they are. But that was honestly some of like the best moments, and like a lot of us, like this is gonna sound super weird, a lot of us would like sleep in the same bed together just because it was just like I don't know, it's just what we did.
You needed some sort of like
We'd have to sometimes actually,
Yeah.
just because of like they're like, oh, there's not enough beds. And it's like, yeah.
Did they pair you up, or did you like to
No.
pick your
So
homegirl?
you have-
and,
it would
like-
just happen. And sometimes when you made friends with people, you're like, I just want to like lay. I don't
and
know.
cuddle up to you.
Sounds
That's
so like
there's
gay,
no.
but it's not.
There's not a problem with that. This was when you were in hotel rooms though, not like sleeping on the
Yeah.
bus.
No.
I
Oh no,
was
the
like,
bus. Everyone gets their little.
I would sure
thing.
hope so, because those bus beds are like
Oh no.
they're fit for one person.
So it's like you'd kind of be like, you up. They're like, yeah, and you'd learn to like just like talk really low, so they don't know we're up yet. And it's like, this is literally the only moments we have where they're not taping us, and we don't have to wear a mic pack. And then we're like, I want to say some profound shit, but I don't know what to say. And we're like, let's just enjoy this. And then they'd literally like, I mean, it was like clockwork. As soon as they would come in so fucking fast. There was no point to the story. This is
No,
yeah,
it's intriguing. You
it is
kidding? It's
intriguing.
kind of like what we were just talking that Lifetime show where it's like behind the scenes of The Bachelor's, like how the producers
unscripted or something is what it's called.
I would love
Is
to
that
watch
what it
It
is?
is a
It's behind.
I think
it's behind the scenes of like a Bachelor style
Bachelor.
show,
I
and how
watched
the
a couple
producers
episodes of that.
manipulate
Yeah.
manipulate. Our wine's kicking in good, huh?
manipulating.
fine.
I really
Manipulate.
thought you said nipple play at first. I was like
nipple play.
Nipple
Might have been
play.
some of that.
I
Whoa.
mean, wow.
All right, everybody, take a big gulp of water.
This episode brought to you by the Rock of Love Bus. And I just say on the Rock of Love Bus, we had so much alcohol, but it was all
believe
like
it.
certain brand. I think like certain brands of vodka.
It was like only
sponsored us.
Tito's vodka.
I feel like
Oh,
I
I
saw
wish.
Tito's.
No, it was 3 Olives.
3
which,
Olives. That's
hey,
what it was.
3
That's what
Olives
Brett
vodka.
gave me.
Hello. Like, thank you for giving me my drinking problem. I'm kind of kidding. Like the cherry vodka.
What did you like to
delicious.
drink? Like, what were you drinking all
Vodka.
the time?
Vodka. It was vodka, but then some of the dancers on the show were like, "Girl, you need to drink champagne. It's like less calories in it." I guess champagne. It's less calories in it. I don't know. You just don't get as drunk as fast. But it was.
Did it hurt your teeth? We were talking about this last time. And Bree's like, I got
don't think
champagne
so.
mouth. Like your teeth.
No, but I burp a lot.
On New
champagne.
Year's Eve, I got champagne mouth, and I like brushed my teeth like 4 times the next day, and I just couldn't get the champagne taste out. I was just like, I'm so sick of this alcohol taste in my mouth.
Are you sure it was champagne?
Oh, okay.
It was champagne or gin and tonic.
So-
That's what I was drinking all night.
I have to know, like, who was like the biggest like drinker? Like, who just loved to take them back?
God, that's like a battle of the Titans. Hold on.
Like people that just woke up and it was like breakfast mimosas to
know, I
like
don't think-
tequila shots at night.
Shockingly, I don't think there was. I mean, again, it's been 10 years, but
Yeah.
not to my knowledge was there someone that did the like wake up and drink. I think we all like to get up, get our makeup on, have some food, then we'll have our mimosa. Although I will tell you, like the drinking did start earlier and earlier and more like as it progressed.
You're like, fuck it.
Because it was a lot to deal with. God, who was the big drink? God, I feel like I'm like
They kind of
right now.
exploited a lot of the ones that were, but it's like in your
like I feel like that was made for TV.
Here's the
though.
thing, like it's a beginning. It's such like an anxiety thing, and I wasn't even there at like the beginning because I came in like in the middle-ish.
Yeah.
So I could see, and honestly, that was like my biggest fear that I was gonna be one of the girls on the first episode that got just too drunk because you're nervous, which I totally see how people do, or just like he just didn't like you and got kicked off.
Yeah.
Yeah, which would have been like terrible. Like you go through all that for that, but whatever.
Yeah.
God, the biggest. I mean, of course, like Ashley and Farrah.
Yeah.
They were a good time.
they were hilarious.
We were all honestly, we were all pretty. If we weren't,
I think you
when
have to be.
If we
Yeah.
weren't when we started, we were at the end. There was one girl. I'm not gonna say who it is. Who was like, I'm just gonna have one drink a day, and we're like, what? And like she like held to it, and then like we all are like. We're like, when you're trying to hide, you're trying to control yourself too much, like peer pressure.
Is that somebody I can think about? Somebody that we might have discussed earlier?
Yes. Someone that was very concerned with their image.
Fucking eyebrows bothered me.
Up and around.
To be real, that was a dark time for eyebrows.
It was a
It was a dark time for eyebrows.
Eyebrows were not a thing.
Eyebrows
like,
weren't a thing.
Earrings were a thing.
But we'd have so much downtime, which people don't realize. Is all you do is you just like lay around in a hotel room or a bus or wherever and just like bitch about everything and drink a drink and like just put on more makeup, on more makeup, on more makeup.
You're like, I'm just gonna work on this smoky eye forever.
I'm just gonna work on this smoky eye for and it's like, give me some more vodka, 3 olives, and then you're like, I have to do what with the what?
You're like, oh, I gotta go on a date right now.
It was, and it's so funny to
Watching the fashion just takes me back to like my fashion in that days. I'm like, oh my god,
Okay.
It's all
so
such broho fashion. I love it.
Can we
Yeah.
talk about the fashion?
Yes, can we? Can we stop and have a fashion break?
Yes.
Because it was like, I loved how everybody was in stripper
not
heels.
Everyone.
Everybody-
Okay, this is so fucked up. You just said that. Like everyone was
Like
in
straight
stripper
on the
heels.
streets.
I literally, when I got home, I ordered a pair of stripper heels because I was like, oh, this is just what everybody wears. And then I'm like, by the way, I live in New York City. I should be like super trendy. And I'm like, there's the stripper heels. And I'm like, what am I doing?
And you were talking like Brett. You were in a whole other you were in a whole other world.
Oh, it was such another world. And that's, again, another mind fuck of it. Like, you know, once you're there, it's like the shorts get shorter. You roll them and then cut them.
It
and
was
you,
the ab time. It was the time of ab.
It was the
you
ab
were
time.
slaying it. Okay.
were. Thank you.
Your bod was rocket. You were rocking it.
Well, I was
okay.
25, so of course.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then you would start tying up the shirts a little more when you look over and you see the other girls doing it. And it's like, I would never, I mean, I like the show a little bit, but like, again, like I lived in New York City. Like I would never go out wearing stripper heels, cut up jean shorts, and like a shirt tied up to my boobs. Like, I mean, okay, maybe like at night. But
And
like,
Brett's like, you guys look hot.
yeah, like, it literally. And it's like,
You're all
it-
just smoking hot babes.
Yeah.
I didn't hear him say
Smoking hot.
much else. It was just
and like just again makeup upon makeup upon makeup, and you just tease your hair, and like it was such a weird like, and then everyone started to kind of dress like each other, and you wore like the slutty little dresses, but you rolled the dresses up more, and that's literally when I got back home. No, this is horrible actually. And then when I got back home to New York, and again, that's another conversation. It's such a weird transition when you get home.
And like that
You're, like,
style
strutting
from
the
Rock of
streets
Love
of
Bus
New
is
York.
so not New York
Oh,
style.
it's so not New York.
You're like going back to Brooklyn with the hipsters. And they're
Literally,
like, what the fuck
no, that's
are you doing?
And like I'm a rock chick, but I wasn't like that kind of rock chick, but I kind of like became that. And I remember like going out. Like maybe like the third day I was home and I'm like, okay, I'm finally gonna go out. And I dressed like that and I was like walking to the subway and I kind of looked down at myself and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Cabs are slowing down by you. There's businessmen in there. They're like,
no,
how much?
like it is a real thing. Like it just. They're all kind of morphed into the same fashion too.
Yeah.
There's actually a screen cap that I have
That's so funny.
of Ashley and Farrah talking, and Ashley's going, stripper shoes go with any outfit.
Okay, they
believe it, though.
I fucking love them. Oh, they do believe it. I fucking love them. They were hilarious. Both of them are always very nice to me, but I was also very nice to them.
Yeah. You got in cool with them because they look like if you got on their bad side, they would like.
Which is why I became friends with
They
them.
would they would kill you.
Oh yeah, they would.
And by the way, people, if you do want to enjoy some reworkings of Rock of Love,
You get
my
to
husband
see them fully nude.
Yeah, my husband
on
came
Hulu.
home like I was like, babe, we're watching
what?
Rock of Love. Yeah, I was like, babe, I'm watching Rock of Love, and he came in right in the part where they ripped open the shower and like Taya and Mindy were in it.
Oh my God.
He goes, "Whoa, they show real tits on here." I was like, "Take a seat. We're watching this one with
the
me."
not rated version.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah,
Really?
Literally, yeah. I got to see.
Hulu's got
Are
boobs.
my nipples on?
Yeah,
No, you weren't naked on it.
Did you
either.
show
I
it?
think I was literally naked. Okay, I
don't
was literally
know.
like, naked. Well, they're with us all the time, so you have to like. You have to change. And the first time I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then I was like, okay, play it cool, play it cool. I was like, yeah, this is totally fine.
I saw
like,
Taya's boobs on when they ripped
anybody
open
could
the
say
shower.
Taya's
Yeah, it was Boobs and Bush on Hulu.
Yeah, it was. It seriously was.
No, well,
No, she didn't.
I don't think anybody did.
no, I don't think anybody. Everybody waxed.
Oh no, we all like
Okay.
shaved her.
Farrah like yanked the shower curtain open.
And you
They're
just see
having
Mindy
shower
and
together.
Were those two just like bickering at each other
Yeah,
in the
and
shower?
then
Because
they-
I remember
No, they
that.
were
like,
they
talking
closed
about
it.
Farrah.
Then they close it. Then she opens it
mistake.
back up, and I'm like, I got my daughter
yeah.
and my son and my husband sitting there. I'm like, awesome. You guys just come on. Let's all watch.
I remember
watch
that.
movies.
That was Fort Lauderdale. That was like a fun meltdown.
That
everybody
was
had.
the salsa night.
That was the salsa. Oh my God, that was
the
an amazing
salsa
night.
incident.
So you guys watch Rock of Love Bus, okay?
Yeah, on Hulu.
Salsa night.
If you watch season 2, you get to see Frenchie all naked too.
Yeah, I saw Frenchie's boobs. I mean,
She's like, I'm making you chocolate mousse, Brett.
I've never met her, but she is adorable, and I've heard she's just like the nicest. She lives here. She's the
yeah,
nicest person.
she lives at a lot of. I think we got to find some more that live in. Like we were saying, Chris's hairdresser. She was on season 2.
Yeah,
If she ever wants to come on, we'll bring her on.
Yes.
We'll promote her business.
I
but,
will. Yeah, definitely. I saw Ashley and Farrah at the AVNs one year.
Yeah.
They were hanging out with Ron Jeremy. They were like one on either side of him, and I was like, you know, they're not fucking Ron Jeremy. Like,
No, Ron
know
Jeremy.
they got better
I have
skits
like
than
2
that.
pictures with Ron Jeremy.
way better than that.
Yeah, everybody has a picture with Ron Jeremy.
I
It's just the
I've
coolest.
taken everybody else's picture with Ron Jeremy, but
I thought that was just like everyone has that.
I mean, I don't
have
think
that.
you're
I
a
didn't
Vegas
want to.
local
I do
if you
too.
don't
He's
have that, and I've
great.
lived in the city for 20-something years.
He's grabbing my boob.
He loves it. Oh yeah, he's so handsy, and I'm like, okay, really, stop.
So who are you still friends with on the show?
I'm friends. Friends. I'm actually friends with a lot of the girls. Listen, it's 10 years later.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us are like best friends.
But initially, like,
But-
who is like somebody you bonded
Oh,
with
for
super
sure.
quick?
Definitely Beverly. Me and Beverly.
Okay.
She seemed cool as fuck.
She was so
seemed
down.
Like, she seemed like I just want to ride motocross bikes
Yeah.
and like
Dude, she's
fucking
the
drink
best.
and kick somebody's ass.
Yeah, that you literally nailed it. She just wants
Love
to drink
it.
and kick somebody's
My
ass.
kind of bitch.
Yeah, no, you guys would love her. Myself and Mindy, I think, proud to say, we are the only 2 girls on that season with our real boobs.
Fantastic.
It's an anomaly in Rock of Love world.
It really was.
When I first came on and it was like the makeover challenge where we like, it was really like
Yes.
badly like edited. Sorry,
Where they
guys.
made you guys look ugly, quote unquote.
I know.
Here's
Oh,
3 hot
by the
girls
way-
that they tried to mess up their hair and put glasses on.
By the way, speaking of mind fuck, like, hi, this is your like television debut. You're not gonna have makeup on, and we're gonna dress you up as a like ugly librarian. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Put these fake glasses on.
Oh, thank God I had the glasses. But I was just like, okay, this is fine. Like, I'm literally wearing no makeup. Which
Honestly,
for a girl,
you couldn't even tell.
stop it.
No,
seriously.
No, yeah, I would think like, yeah,
But
there's
it's
something.
and then I was like, I'm fine. I was just kept telling myself like I'm fine. But like that was like I was like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. But
Who got you? Who were?
I got a really good group. So it was a makeover challenge. So us 3 new girls, and none of the girls that were still on the season like realize this or on the show realize this. So it's just 3 new girls. We all came out and they like dressed us down. We couldn't wear makeup. We couldn't do our hair, which was kind of like a great way to get ready.
You're like, damn it.
Well, no, and I get it because they're like, you have to make over. Like these are 3 of Bret's biggest fans, and they just, like they have the love, but they don't have the style. And so it was just a really cool idea for like a challenge. By the way. So who did I get? I got Britannia, Ashley, and God, whoever it is.
Oh, so you got right in with the mean girl crew.
No, but they were great, and I can't.
But to everybody else, they were mean.
I can't freaking remember the 3rd girl. Whoever, I'm so sorry. Was it?
They were
the.
Was it Beverly?
No. They were the nicest 3 girls to me, but then
wait,
I was like, these bitches don't know that I'm gonna be. They're gonna hate me in like an hour.
Who was the cute little brunette? She was real sassy.
What was
She
that?
went home kind of early.
It wasn't Mindy. Then who was the other one? Was it? Oh my God! And she got voted off because Ashley said she talked like a dude. Natasha?
It might have been Natasha because she got eliminated, I think, that night.
Yeah, I think so. Because she was talking about like she was a cosmetologist and she was the group leader.
God, I mean, it's been 10 years. I don't know.
She's like, this girl's like fucking up her eyeshadow. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
She's starting to do too much smoky eye.
I remember when like that. I remember like when that was in my group. I was like, okay, I feel good because they also kind of like the crew or whatever.
Yeah.
Told us 3 kind of like, well, it's not like guaranteed you're gonna stay on, and I was like, motherfucker, if I just flew out back out here for this, like,
yeah.
And I was like, okay. So then I was like, well, maybe it's just gonna be like whoever wins the challenge is gonna get to come on. But I was like very confident. Like honestly, they did a pretty good-ish job on me. They were all like super nice to me, and they were all like,
and it gave them a chance to kind of bond with you, to like show you some love and respect. Like, we're here to make you.
And I think I actually got like really lucky that I did have like Britannia and Ashley
because they were the scariest.
And then I was like talking honestly, the most intimidating maybe.
Mean girl and I will fuck you up, girl. Britannia was like,
love Britannia. She's so hot.
She's so hot, like so hot, and it's like she doesn't even have to try, and she's hot, and she's so cool and so sweet. She's like an Instagram star now. Hey, girl, I follow you.
What's up? Yeah,
Britannia. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's got a lot of
and
red
she will
style.
fuck you up.
Yeah, she will literally kill you.
She spit in Heather's face.
She's like she's
balls,
somebody
dude.
I just want in my crew. Like
Yeah, there was an episode where they brought all the ex-boyfriends back, and she got real protective of like Heather talking down to her man. She's like, "Nah, y'all need." She got real.
I think Heather was just kind of going
being
at her.
bitchy.
Again, it was like what they wanted her to say, but of course she got rile us up.
Yeah.
And we all knew it was happening, and like we were all so anxious before that episode. Like we all knew it was coming. Like,
that was the first time somebody came at her, and she was like, "Oh, give me a minute, take off my earrings." I mean,
yeah, she was.
Right. Oh my God.
She got so hood, and that's like the type. Like
I remember
got
that.
straight ratchet. It was great.
She reminded me of like everybody I went to middle school with, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
It was amazing.
These are my bitches.
Can I tell you like that? See, like I think of it as like cities episodes.
Yeah.
We went to a different city for every episode.
Yeah.
That one, it was not Pensacola. It was somewhere in Florida, St. Augustine, Florida.
Okay.
And we all knew it was coming. And we all just like had such anxiety, and that was when we all started to unravel a little bit.
Oh God.
Because it's like,
you had
who's
been on
coming?
This bus forever.
We've been on the bus for a while. And it's like we know the X episode's coming. Like we've all seen the past 2 seasons, and then it's like who's coming? Like oh shit, like you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such anxiety. And honestly, like most of the people, like they're people that came, like weren't the people they thought.
Oh yeah.
Which, by the way, people, like most of those guys aren't like really like your real exes that you want on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one was like a straight psychopath, and I was like, this guy is.
Oh, the guy with Taya.
Yeah,
he was like,
her poor
she
boyfriend.
would never blah 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 blah. She was like,
not her poor boyfriend, but that guy was a straight up.
No, we all had. I got like
he was like an awful person though. You could just see like he was mean and cold.
It was funny.
Oh yeah, I feel like he was somewhat. Oh, I kind of
was angry and mean.
He wanted
was
to
like
just sell her out and bag her out.
He was the guy that would punch a girl in the face. I feel like
oh, what a,
he goes.
What a
Do you know how I got those ex-girlfriends that I want to strangle? Tay is the only one that I don't want to strangle. Out of every single one of my ex-girlfriends,
well, that's nice.
Yeah, he was a psychopath.
He was.
He worried me.
Yes,
I felt
a lot of them worried me.
What was so funny about Britannia? She was just like, he was just a booty call. That ain't my ex. But she like says it on the show.
But it's like I'm glad she said that. And like mine, like my ex that was supposed to come, or like my friend that we might have like set it up a little bit.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be my ex to come. He like bailed, I guess, and I had no idea. He like bailed the day he was supposed to fly out, which was like the day before they filmed it. Like I have no idea. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say who it is. Like, this guy's coming, like, it's cool. He's gonna say like really good things, and I'm like, all right, again, because like I'm a smart girl. I've seen the episodes. Like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you're not gonna call up the ex that hates you.
Right? No. It'd be good TV, but whatever.
Yeah.
At that time, I don't think I had any bad exes. Ones now
would. The guy I cheated on, bring him on.
I know, right? And so it was my friend Hambusi. Hey, what's up? Who was like my like friend, and like basically my friend, I was his personal assistant, Constantine from Rock of Ages and American Idol. Is his friend. Well, he's my friend too, and former drummer. And I guess when my other friend bailed, they like were like calling like my friends, because we have to give them contact info of like our three best friends and our three like most recent ex-boyfriends or something. Yeah. Like, by the way, that's how they get the guys. Like, we put them down. Or not, because I put like the good 3 down. And like the one, whatever, like I said, the one that was supposed to come didn't come. So they start calling my friends, and they're like he's not coming. Like, we need someone for your friend, or like we're gonna have a
bring in Hambusi.
One of my and Boosie saves it. And they were like trying to get one of my like girlfriends to come out, and she was like, I think that's kind of, you know. Yeah. And they're like, you don't want your friend to have nobody show up. Like poor Beverly.
Like, that's why she was like,
poor Beverly. Her only ex was her ex-husband who didn't show up, which is horrible. But anyway, so long story short, or long story longer, like, so Constantine like referred them to Hambusi, because like we're friends, you know. And so he came. Like, thank God. Like, I mean, it would have been bad if there was 2 of us that didn't have anybody come, you know? Yeah. But, like, when he came out, I was like, what?
They never said the name of his band.
But then I was like, did he say, like, we dated? Like, should I pretend like we were? Like, and I was
like, what should we say?
And I was like, I don't know how to play this. But then they're like, and this is Jamie's friend. And I was like, okay. But at the same time, and I think I said this on the show, I was like, oh, he kind of actually does know a lot of dirt on me. And I'm like, don't fuck this up for me. Do not fuck this up for me.
It was cold, though. Brett would, like, gather you guys, like, in groups and be like, okay, tell me which one of these girls is the worst.
I just pulled out a hair extension, by the way.
Bree's eyelash popped off one night. So, I mean, it's just a matter of time.
It just, like, popped off.
Before, like, somebody's nail pops into the fire pit.
One of my tape-ins just realized, everything's fine.
It's all good. Whatever.
Okay, well,
just, I love it.
Right.
Dude, last week, our episode, there was a true crime event, okay? Like, there was SWAT team behind behind my wall. All of a sudden, we're about to read this email from a listener.
You live in a nice neighborhood.
Well, that's why, because people were stealing.
And you were right. You called it. They were stealing Amazon packages.
That's what I said.
There was like video.
I was like, it's a nice neighborhood. It's a burglary.
Dude, we're about to read this like nice email, and all of a sudden it's like, freeze, get on the ground. I'm like, oh my. And I'm hearing
picked up on the mic.
I'm picking up into my headphones.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like,
I hope that aired.
So we're it did. We're peeking over the fence. So yeah. So a true crime episode, hair extensions this time. The first Britney Spears show ever that I went to, her hair extension fell out on stage, and it was like
talking about.
TMZ was like tweeting it, but I was like first. I saw it first.
I know which one. That's
stars just like us.
Funny you said, right, just like me.
Were you there?
Funny you said. No, that's how I got to Vegas. I worked for the Britney Spears show. Piece of
did
Me
you?
At Planet Hollywood. I worked for a merch.
I got the work bitch pants.
I probably sold them to you.
You probably did.
I worked for they had the retail store, and we sold the swag inside. Like, that's how I moved to Las Vegas. I was just like getting a little burnt out in New York. Good. And the merch company I worked for, that wasn't like official and everything yet, but one of my friends that worked there was like, well, you know, they got the Britney Spears gig in Vegas. And I was like, what? And like, I love Britney Spears.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm such a rock chick, but
who doesn't love Britney?
Right. I am the Britney.
I don't trust any girl who doesn't like Britney, unless they're young and don't know Britney. That's
but there's like a generation of like young Britney fans, which I love.
Yes.
I had respect when she came out with like a slay. Speaking of young Britney,
right? No,
diva.
But can we just look at your daughter over there at the glass, because she's really cute.
She's really being patient, because she knows if she lets me like just have my space for a minute, because she could be really up my butt. She can come and say bye at the end of the show. So if she behaves.
She's just for the listeners. She's making faces.
She's pressing her face up like a little drunk girl.
Okay, first of all, poor Jamie had to come in, and like we had a little dinner, and I've got my one girl that's just like, wah! And he's like sitting at dinner screaming, and then
it wasn't that
my 4-year-old's twirling, but it's just like, you know,
well,
invited to like a nice, calm house.
As soon as Jamie walks in, Vivian gives the look that she gives every stranger.
Like, I don't know you. She looked at you like,
the fuck are you doing in my house?
I mean, I'm pretty creepy. Like, I know a lot of what the fuck you doing in my house. Like.
Vivian doesn't know anybody. She's just sizing. She's like,
good for her.
She's like, I like her hair, I like her outfit. She was dissecting your whole look. She's like, I like.
I have a better style than when Rock of Love aired. But I have like a total opposite hairdo for anyone wondering. I don't have short black
She's
hair
blonde now, and I love it.
I love it
Luxurious
too.
fake blonde hair.
Nothing
It's
wrong with
falling
fake
out.
hair.
Okay, we have a fun little thing for the Rock of Love girls. So it's the Rock of Love Yearbook Awards for the cast
Oh my God,
members.
I love
you
it.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Bree.
Is this just my season or for all the seasons?
This is your season.
Okay.
The rest of them don't
I guess
apply.
That's not fair. But I know when I'm friends with some of the girls from the other seasons.
Oh, okay.
If it speaks
You
to
know
me,
what? We could do all 3 seasons if you're friends with some
Probably
of the
more
girls.
Yeah.
mine, but
Whatever
yeah.
speaks to you. We're going to focus on your season if it stands out, but if you got another season, go for it.
Yeah.
How about that? Okay, Bree, go first.
So, who is the most backstabby? Or who did they make the most? Because like it might be the producers doing.
Yeah, it's like a little. It's a little of that. It's a little of the game. Hold on, I still have some in there.
Oh,
It's okay.
she's mixing. We're mixing red and white right now.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Would you like just half of this?
I'll drink that. You
I'll
think
give
I won't
you a
drink this?
clean
Hold
one.
on.
Okay.
Okay. Backstabbing.
It's called a Pinot Grigio.
See, I got.
I just mixed her red.
We can
is
just say
amazing.
Lacey if we want to. We're just
No, I met.
I heard Lacey cool.
Lacey is so cool because
But she played that part.
Lacey is another. She's very smart.
She
I'm
knew
like,
what part to play.
Lacey knew what smart. I'm drunk, y'all. Lacey is very smart. Like I said, I met her. She like rescues like dogs and like saves like animals. She's
I think
amazing.
I knew that. She
You
was
know,
in, she was in oh god, she got into a what's that band she sang for a while? Let me see.
Yeah.
God.
I
What's
know.
the name of them?
I don't know, but I know.
The only Rock of Love song we are singing tonight is your song you wrote with Bret Michaels.
Can I tell you it was a Britney Spears inspired song. If none of you knew.
It was like
That was off. I
waiting for my phone. to ring.
Can we talk about another literally two of my worst fears. Two of my worst fucking fears I had to do on TV, on like primetime TV. Being on TV with no makeup for my debut.
Okay.
And second, singing on TV.
But you were
to a
saved
song, and I
by
was like,
Mindy.
fuck my ass
You were
right now.
saved that Mindy had to sing.
And you know, here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about. Can I tell you behind the scenes of that episode? We all had to.
we want to know behind the scenes of
So
it
we all
all.
had to write a song. We all had to write a song for Brett because we loved him so much. Which, to be honest, at that point, like we all had probably, we all actually did have like a weird crush on him because it's all mindfuckery.
You
but
have
whatever.
to.
Yeah, you have to.
He's a cutie.
Those blue eyes, man.
We could talk about that. He's a charmer. He will give you back what you put out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have nothing bad to say about him. He's a great.
He's got that playa mentality. Like he's all about you
little
when
bit,
he's
yeah.
with you.
A little bit.
You can see it.
Both of
you
his
know?
daughters are Tauruses, though. So I think we
Okay.
actually like got along, but I think like it was like wrong timing.
We have to side slide for a second because his 18-year-old daughter is like top
Gorgeous.
6 finalist of like
Dude.
Sports Illustrated. She's amazing.
That's all called like karma for probably.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
No.
this babe is hot and she's
and Tommy
gorgeous.
Lee's hitting on her right
beautiful.
now.
Oh
Actually,
God,
Tommy
you're
Lee
right.
just got married to that Vine girl, Brittany Farland or something.
Yeah.
You guys, we are.
So, yeah.
What? Why do I know that name?
She was on that.
She's like a Vine girl.
She was
She's
on
a
that.
Vine
She
star.
was
Okay.
in that movie American Me.
She American Meme on Netflix.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Look, we're going to get into some 80s glam rock trivia.
Wait, what was
Don't
our
you
last-
even think
what was the
about
last
it.
thing we were talking about? I think we were going somewhere.
Yearbook Awards.
Who was
before that.
backstabby?
the most backstabby? Yearbook Awards.
Honestly, if there is nobody, then just say
Can I
nobody.
well, I got
Pass.
pretty
Pass.
lucky, so I can't really.
All right.
Like,
Okay.
we're gonna for now.
We'll pass on that one. How about most funny? Like, hey, what up? It's MJ.
And Bree.
So, you guys, this month we decided to do a very special swag/live ticket giveaway.
All you have to do is rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. Plus, this month, you have to share us in your Instagram stories.
Yeah, so if you do all 3, you could be our big winner. It's going to be fabulous. We announce the winner last Wednesday of every month.
And if you want to go to our live show, pick up your tickets, $15 at keepingitcasualpodcast.com.
Who is the funniest chick? You're like, oh my God.
I mean, I was, but
yeah, you
I
are
actually-
funny. You were just like,
you were
oh.
funny.
I will tell you, I had so many like funny like like things and funny like little. I mean, I think I'm funny. My mom thinks I'm funny.
We love you. That's why we wanted to have you.
Yeah, I had
get over here.
And I think that's actually why I like skated through a little bit because I had like the good like commentary.
Yeah.
And whatnot. Let me think who's the funny. Farrah, of course, Farrah.
God,
Jesus
hilarious.
Christ. Farrah is fucking hilarious. She's another one I'm still like, you know,
Dude.
it's 10
Friendly.
years. Like, we're Facebook friends. We talk once in a while.
Farrah would call
Newly
out
married.
all the
Congratulations.
strippers.
Congrats, girl. She
Congrats.
was just like, you're lame.
She called out all the
The
strippers.
funniest, literally, she would make us all like laugh. She was like, yeah. And by the way, Farrah was also like the most pretty without makeup. Random fact.
She was a very she like really did it up, but you could tell she was a very
She's one of
she had a
those
very
lucky-
natural pretty girls,
Yeah.
and she was hilarious. I love it when when it was like the truck stop stripper game,
Yeah.
truck stop games
Oh,
or something,
yeah.
and all the girls had to do a stripper pole move, and the one girl who kept saying, "I'm not a stripper, I'm not a
Taya.
stripper,"
Taya, yeah.
she rolled up that pole, and Farrah's like sitting back in her commentary. She's like, "Boy, she getting real comfortable on that stripper pole." She's like, "This bitch is a stripper."
We were all, I mean, I think at the end of the day, like, we all knew that, but when we like watched that, everyone was like, oh my God, that's not what you do when you're trying to prove that you're not a stripper.
No, she was straight like cheerleader stripper too. She had
It was
this,
a weird like
really
gymnastics
precise-
routine.
Yes, it was. It was
We were like,
gymnastics pole stripping. It
What?
was like, oh.
that was so awkward. I remember that. It was so awkward. Like us watching, we're all like,
The other ones are like doing floor work, and they're like,
yeah, no, it was great.
And Britannia did not do well at all.
I was in Britannia's group, and here's the thing. I think that the producers or powers that
Britannia
be.
always paid to get off stage, probably.
No, she was not. She was never a stripper.
not a
but
stripper.
I think they
No,
all
She
like.
said she was a go-go dancer,
She
but
was.
not
She was a
stripper.
go-go dancer. She was never a stripper, and I think they thought she was just like saying that, like
People who dance say they're go-go dancers to,
right.
you know, tell their parents.
But
or
so they
whatever.
put us all in these. All the groups are always predetermined by whatever.
Brett,
And so,
Brett doesn't really pick them out. Darn it!
oh, I know. Yes, of course he does.
Did he know your name?
He might.
Brett
After a while.
shined through the whole thing. There was nobody making him look bad in any
No.
Oh no.
because there was plenty of opportunity.
Oh no.
But Big John would walk up and be like, "This is Jamie."
I know. Yeah, I know. Right?
Like just whisper it in his ear.
hey,
How
you.
tall was Big John? Was he fucking
was
big?
tall.
Was he like a 6?
He was scary.
Breaking the 6'5"
but like he was
barrier?
like the sweet teddy bear scary. He was
Aw.
probably a good 6'4". Yeah, that's
Okay,
awesome.
yeah,
he
he
was
is.
cool. He was very nice to all of us.
Was Brett short?
Well, he was shorter than Big John. He wasn't short. I'd say he's like
5'8".
yeah, no, maybe like 5'10".
Yeah, I feel like he was below 6 foot.
Well,
Everybody was in their stripper heels, so he always looked like
I know,
now,
right?
He looked level.
Well, and you think about it, like most celebrities are so much shorter than you think they
right? They always are.
are. They always are.
He's a little guy, but not like a little. No, like I remember, like I wore regular heels,
and you were fine.
and he was like just a tiny bit taller than me, and I'm like 5'7".
And I thought you were way taller. They make you look very tall and lean on the show. Very like
thank you.
catwalk supermodel.
Oh
So
my
you
God! Thank you.
still
They were all
are.
like
Yeah.
not all. They were all like a lot of the girls. Were
Jimmy's very tall and gorgeous.
Yes,
I'm-
she is.
Thank you. I'm 5'7". I'm like just shy of 5'7", and I would wear like normal like platform shoes, not
Yeah.
even like the stripper. Everyone wears stripper shoes. I bought a pair of stripper shoes when I got home.
Yeah,
'cause
you're
I
like,
was just so mind fucked. I'm like, this is what everybody wears. This is what I need to get.
And it just didn't work out.
And then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
It doesn't work for New York.
This does not work for walking in New
But
York.
you know what?
Yeah.
You're in Vegas, so you can bust out the stripper shoes again.
you know, Jamie,
I
I'm
know, right?
splitting some of your mix,
you.
your mixed mocktail, your half white, half red that I gave you. I'm splitting
And
some with you.
that was another thing.
Cheers.
Oh, we already talked about the like fashion where I just like started wearing like
Cheers.
super short jean shorts with my ass hanging out.
We have to cheers.
We have to
ladies.
cheers.
We have to take a moment. I almost drank my microphone.
Welcome to the rock and love world.
This is the Rocket Love bus
This
right
is
now.
like this is 11 a.m. for us.
If we were, yeah, right. She's like amateurs. She's like, you think I haven't drank a mix of
Basil's
red and white
lame.
before?
that is my favorite
God.
quote from the entire
That is the
season.
basil. And
Basil is lame.
I know. Ashley used to live here. I never like reconnected with her. We
She had
like
some
mutual
quotes.
friends. Yeah, she was.
I
She
like
was
when-
brilliant. She
when-
was brilliant.
When she saw her ex-baby daddy, not her ex, that's
"Damn,
who
you
she was
look
really
good."
with. She goes, I saw my man walked in, and I was like, damn, baby.
she was funny too, and they were both like Farrah and Ashley. Just
they
fucking
fed off
bounced
to
Did they
each other.
know each other? Or
No,
they met?
They bounced off. It was one of those like
They
just
made besties while they were
they
there.
made besties. They bounced like their talk off each other, and it was just so natural. And literally, they would keep us entertained. I don't think they're friends anymore, and I don't know why.
Aw.
Like whatever, not my.
They were
business.
funny, and you grooved right in with these guys. 'Cause I
Yeah.
feel like they were the kind of like
Can I tell you the
before
blonde,
you got there, they were the
Yeah.
like.
the blonde entourage? Kind of. They took me in, and I had like
Aw.
the short.
You were
dark
like
hair.
the little sister they protected.
Yeah, I was like the non-threatening little sister.
They were like, whatever. She's from New York.
So non-threatening. This non-threatening girl from New York that
She's
doesn't
from
talk.
New York, and she's Constantine's assistant. Like,
I
no
know.
big deal. Do we want to play?
I want to know who's the weirdest, because there was the
who's the
girl that
weirdest?
stole the
Probably
socks, and there was a lot.
I missed out because since I came in like a few episodes in,
You missed Brittany Star.
I missed Brittany Star. I missed some of the first girls, and actually I want to give a shout out. If you're listening.
Yeah. This ain't no hip hop station. No, I'm kidding.
Samantha,
I used to say that in the
I mean-
alternative station. Please do.
My friend Samantha, who was on, I think she got kicked off the first or second episode. I made friends with her actually just through everyone else.
Yeah.
She was super cool. And Marcy Mendoza, made friends with her. She also got kicked off the first episode.
Aw.
Which is
First
so
season?
weird. No, and my
First
season, which is
episode,
so
okay.
weird,
Yeah.
like, because I came in later, but like, you know, I was telling you guys earlier, like, a few of us stayed in LA after we filmed the reunion just to like hang out in LA.
to mix
do
up, mingle with the
vacations. So,
girls.
like, I got to actually meet some of the girls I didn't meet because I came in later.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I made like good friends with a couple of them. I forgot my point to the story, but
no, the girls that you bonded with after like
Yeah,
the
you bonded with them
reunion.
afterwards.
And it was
yeah.
Girls
nice.
from other seasons and stuff.
And we all, well, yeah, and Amber, and you know, we all have this weird like mind fucky like bizarre.
There
thing.
needs to be like a Rock of Love support group, I feel like, for you girls.
You know, I probably could have used one. It is a weird mindfuck. The weirdest part too is when you get kicked off, so you get like, you know, your tour has ended or whatever, and you're like,
Give me the VIP pass
Continue to
back.
rock my world. Your tours and
and can I tell you, it's like, you know, it's coming eventually, one way or the other, it's gonna end. But it's like depressing, and you're like, ugh. And then like once he kicks you off, they like take you, and they're like, sit in the back of the bus by yourself, and they just like sit you back there, and you're like,
Oh shit! And let you
literally, I
just
swear to God,
be in your
I
feelings,
swear to God, and
be in
you
your
sit there.
feelings to build it up.
No, and they left me there for like, well, I didn't know how long because I didn't have a clock because they don't let us know what time it is.
Oh my God!
And I was sitting there and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
They had you guys like roll like the what do they call the jury on the OJ trial? Like,
No,
it's
like for real.
No,
We were-
no
no, for
phone.
real.
Tell us, no phone, no TV.
no computer, no TV, no like literally anything. Once a week, every one of us would get put in a hotel room by ourselves. Which, oh my God, it was like the best day. I'm like, oh thank God, you didn't have to like talk, you didn't have to like put on your little show, you didn't have to do anything.
You're like, I can take a
Alone
shower
time.
by
you
myself.
can take a bath, Yeah.
Decompress.
You can like, and they'd let you order like all the room service you wanted, which I was just like, oh my
I
God,
love it. You're like pizza burgers.
I'm a skinny girl, but I can eat. And that was like a
Fabulous.
bottle of wine. And it's just like, and I turn the TV on. I'm like, oh my God, this is like the first time I've seen TV in a week, and needed to catch up on like what was happening, which was so weird. But you still
Yeah.
wouldn't know what time it was. I don't know. Like, it was the weirdest thing for me not to know what time it was and not to
That
know how much time go by. And
Feels
how-
like
what-
it would be a total
It was
mind
so weird.
You can even like have a watch.
No.
What?
They would take. She said they
It's
were like
part
take
of
the
it.
clocks and like change the clocks
Yeah.
or just take them away. And
guys, secrets.
So weird. It was so weird.
No clocks. Okay, I can see
No
no
clocks.
TV, no phone, right?
because you
They don't
can't
want
be
you
like.
distracted on your phone.
Well, and if you
I
had
don't
your
know.
phone, you could be like texting like,
Oh yeah.
oh my
I
God,
get the phone thing.
blah
I-
blah blah.
I
Yeah,
think
like
all-
that's totally understandable.
I think all the shows are still like you can have your phone, which understandable, especially now.
I know on The Bachelor you can't have your phone, and you can't even say you were going to be on the show to anybody until
yeah.
they start announcing.
okay.
We weren't supposed to do that either, but it, like people let it slip. And then
Yeah.
like some people like, kind of figure it out because I told
Yeah.
them, you know, when you tell like two people something, it turns into four. it turns into,
Yeah.
Oh,
and I told some people, and of course it like got around a little bit, and then you know I didn't tell anybody how it ended up that I came in kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
And so it aired, and of course I wasn't on like the first episode. And
People were like,
"You're a fucking liar!" I'm like, I have no comment. And so like literally, I had some people get like mad at me, and they thought I just like made it up. And I'm like, first of all, that's crazy.
Of all the things you could make up,
Right,
why
no,
would you make up I was on Rock of Love?
And then obviously it's gonna air, and I'm not on it.
yeah.
But it's like
Oh.
I'm like, and then like air, and
Because you couldn't tell them like, oh, I have to come.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Right.
couldn't tell
you
them.
you had a very big like move in the season, which I really respected, where it was like all these. I mean, it's like basically here's the premise: all these girls are competing to win Brett Michaels' heart. You know, they're competing
Yes,
for a
yeah.
relationship with him, right? But you're like, look, dude, like. I don't need to get married, and I don't know you that well.
Yeah.
We still need to get to know. Like,
Hold
you're
up, buddy.
I'm in your
to
final
date
three.
first.
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah.
your final three. If we need to we need some time to talk. Like, I'm not sure if I want to date you. That's what it
Yeah.
sounded like. You
Yeah.
were pretty much
I
like,
remember that
I'm
vaguely.
not really sure if I want to be here.
Your
I
Trump
would-
power move right there.
You
I
did.
would- thank you.
And I was like, respect. She was like, yo, straight up,
remember
I'm
that.
just chilling. I'm having a
remember
good
that.
time, but I don't know about you.
That was in Miami. I remember that it was the final 3 that was in Miami. I had a moment, I think the day before, where I was like, holy fuck, there's 3 of us left. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm going to win. Then I was like, oh my God.
Then I'm going to have to date him. And then when
no,
you're like,
it wasn't even that. It was more like,
this.
holy fuck, how did this happen?
Yeah.
And I got like freaked out. Like I got legit freaked out. And like, I got to tell you, our first night in Miami, I got so hammered. Like, drinking, drunk. And
and the way they edited it, it never seemed like you were super
no,
drunk.
Thank
you were
God.
cool.
Oh, I was pretty bad.
But you were
Thank
cool
God.
through the whole thing.
And I appreciate them not like
making you look like a fool.
which well they did, but whatever. So like the next day, they got us up so
they
fucking.
made some people look like
Oh,
fools.
I know. I got off pretty lucky. Honestly,
Yes.
I got pretty lucky.
You could have
So-
been. Don't threaten me with a good time.
I was actually at some point, but this isn't there. So that next day, after literally drinking like 2 gallons of vodka, they get me up. I had literally one of the top 3 hangovers of my life.
Oh
And they're
God.
like, you're going on a swamp boat date and a helicopter ride or something. And I'm like, great. Oh God. I literally like couldn't do my hair. I couldn't like put together an outfit. And I was like, I wonder if I'd get kicked off if I was just like, I can't go. I just can't do it.
I just want to sleep today, guys. Can you just tap
And I'm
out?
like, no, I have to do it. And I was just so like, and I was like, oh my God.
And that was date number 2. So you figured
No,
like,
I went
I'm
on
not
2
going
dates.
on a date.
No, I went on 2 dates. It was the final 3. It was so I went on a date with I think I don't remember.
You went with Mindy and him and Taya and him,
yeah,
right?
I forget which one was which. Oh no, this is the first date. They literally like
Oh.
set it up and presented it for me to be like, here, like let yourself like put this together and like what's the word I'm looking for? Not demolish these 2.
They wanted you to like be the one in between the
I don't
2
know.
of them.
Yeah, and like I
Yeah.
could have, and if I was like more with it, but I had just like so self-destructed because I was like, what the fuck is happening? And I'd
Oh,
been on this
shit.
bus for like a month. And I just like literally
Immersion, like a month of immersion therapy.
I was just so messed up, and I was so like the mind fuck had set in, and I'm just like, ugh. Yeah. And I actually remember like what you're talking about, where he like the second date, where it was the 3 of us, and we went to dinner. Mindy and Taya had been like bickering at each other, which they'd been doing for like a week.
I know they
And,
were
like,
so
I was
like a
lame.
married couple.
They were so
Oh
lame.
my God, I
when
know.
Taya decided to be like, I'm going to channel Farrah and Ashley and say lame, it's like, honey, they destroyed you with the word lame. Like, don't
Right.
don't reference back to them ever.
I
It's
know.
not a good look for you.
So like I'm living with these 2, just like bickering, and I like them both.
Yeah.
Like, but they're just like oh my God, and then like I'm a penthouse pet. Don't be jealous. And I'm like, first of all, just oh my God, stop. And second of all, no one cares. Sorry. And I'm just literally sitting. There's literally a shot of me. There's a shot of me from I think the St. Augustine. So the ex-boyfriend thing. When it was like the final 4, and I'm hungover then too. I have like my sunglasses on, the shirt, my hair up. I'm sitting in a chair just like waiting for all the other girls to come for like our bus call, which is like when you get on the bus and go to the other city. Like so hungover, probably still drunk, and I'm just like, you can't see me right now, listeners, but I'm just like, oh my God, and it's just like Mindy and Taya bickering at each other, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. And literally like they
And
just
then
like
you got stuck with just those
they like
2.
all cracked me, and again I have no ill. I don't like dislike any of them, but it's like
Well, when you're in that situation,
Oh my
we've
God.
discussed it as a mind fuck. So like you come to
It
everybody
is.
came to a breaking point, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so. Some people earlier than others, and I think that was part of how I got like a little lucky, like coming in like in the middle.
Yeah.
I like watched a lot of people self-destruct.
Well,
And
yeah.
I kind of was like, I'm just gonna let all these people like.
We're sitting here on our couch just like judging away like
Yeah.
we're not we see a whole different story than what's
Than
playing
what's
out in your
actually
life.
happening.
Like you have so many things going on, and we're just seeing like this basic plot line.
Yeah.
We're like, why does Beverly give a shit if her ex-boyfriend came? Why does so and so
Yeah.
like why does this and this like you're like, why are they freaking out about these dumb things? But
What
it's
are
like
the- what are the-
living and
yeah.
breathing in that world has got to
They
be
film-
so intense.
They film. I mean, no kidding. Like, there's not a moment where there is not a camera on you.
Oh Jesus.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't
and
do it
it's-
either.
I
like, it
respect
freaked-
you for going through that
it-
process. That's
it
crazy.
Freaked me out at first, and it was like weird for me too because like I keep saying it, but like I came in like 2 weeks in or whatever, so like the people that were there were like used to it, and I was just like I was like super like anxiety and like.
But then you get used to it
uncomfortable.
because it's like,
Yeah, then you get used to it, and then like it's weird when you come home.
and you don't have a camera on.
and you
I
buy
know.
stripper shoes because you're
And you
like,
buy-
this is the
you're like,
real
"Oh,
life.
okay."
This
And
is
yeah,
the
I
real
know that
world.
too. And no, it is such a mindfuck. And you come home, and I remember the first time, like after I got home, the first time I woke up, and like I didn't realize I was still on it, and I literally like woke up and like looked over and kind of like looked over and thought there'd be like a camera in my face, and I'm like, oh, I don't live there anymore.
You're like, thank God, I don't have to whisper.
Yeah, no, and it's so weird because it's just like the lights and the camera. I sound like such a douchebag right now.
No,
but
you
it's
don't.
like such a weird like.
It's
just so weird.
Could you imagine the Kardashians doing this shit for what, 12 years?
Yeah.
That's too, and like I actually
Like, what is that mentally? Could you
I get
imagine like
that.
the mental mind?
Yeah.
No, I
person has to put it in
I
that?
totally get that, and like
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are like, oh, like whatever.
No, could you
with
do
them,
that?
I love them. I don't
eh,
care.
Could you do that? Being a person that's had cameras like that, like this is what our
depends.
listeners are like watching this stuff, and they're like,
Yeah.
I could never imagine like what that's like on the other side. You know, like how do the producers come up to you and do they manipulate you? Because that's what that Lifetime show is all about.
How they manipulate the girls to battle. with
And I
each
feel like it's
other.
just like giving them alcohol because when
Yeah.
you give people
Oh,
alcohol,
definitely.
you can persuade them to do whatever.
I mean, like I said, in our like welcome packet or whatever, our info packet, you like literally fill out like, do you have any allergies? Like, allergic to any food? Like, what do you like to eat? What do you like to drink? What are your top 3 favorite drinks? What do you like to mix it with? What is it? I was like, oh, awesome.
deep in your bar
Do
scene.
you like to take Ambien with your alcohol?
Yes. What kind of pill? I wish. No, we actually like. Fun fact: we could not have any drugs on the rock
So
and
no
roll bus.
Ambien.
Well, unless they snuck it in real good, which I did hear one of the girls did. I will not say who it is, and I will not say what it is.
Damn it.
Apparently, someone snuck some stuff in their padded bra.
They made somebody look like they were on speed because they wouldn't stop yapping and chatting and talking, and you're just like, it
Who's
looks
that?
like it. It was just somebody that was like chat, and everybody was like, shut the fuck up! Like she won't shut up.
There's a few of them.
And Ashley was like, this is the most boring conversation I've ever had to witness. Like, help, kill me now.
It's all like anxiety though too,
Yeah.
because like it's just a weird.
You feel like the cameras are on, so you got to be talking and you got
I
to
feel like
be.
you gotta be
little.
on all the time.
And then probably after a
Maybe a
couple
little.
weeks, you're like,
That's totally what it is.
You'll catch some moments when you want to edit them.
Yeah,
in.
that's true because I was like, no, it's so true. I was like super tense when I got there, and again, like they had all
You
been
start
there a
like being
while.
on, and then
Yeah, and it's like, and then you're like, I'm gonna be fucking crazy, which is so like dumb and like fake. But
Yeah.
then you settle in, and then like I was telling you guys earlier, then it like 2 weeks later, we're all just like laying around on the floor of a hotel room, just like putting on more eyeliner and more mascara and lip gloss, eating Doritos. It's like, what do you think? I don't know. What a bitch she is. Yeah, I know. Just like, what are we doing today?
yeah, I hate her. She's a slut.
Yeah,
And then you're just stuck with the slut, and then you're gonna be like, "Yeah, she's a slut too." It's just like any way to relate.
so
Women are this.
stupid.
You see
we
this?
totally do this.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
One
Like,
of
for real, you just
one
lay
of
around
the
and-
greatest moments that they made. I don't know how it played out actually, but like one of the greatest moments that they edited through in the show was, I think it was in Panama City. It was the day you guys had the daycare thing.
Oh my god, that was the worst.
I didn't see it because
Oh,
I was at
God.
home living my own daycare nightmare. I was like, I'm gonna skip to the next
It was my
episode.
daycare nightmare.
Well, one of the best parts of that episode is you guys have this bonfire by the beach,
Oh.
and all the other girls leave, and you were like, "These bitches are stupid. I'm gonna
Oh,
try
I did
and have
see
my
that
time
part.
with Brett."
Yeah.
you guys are like making out by this bonfire, and I was like, "You go, girl."
Thank you. I
Yes.
literally, I like saw that brewing, and I saw like all of
That was the same night as the salsa incident.
Brett was
That
feeling
the
you,
same
girl.
episode.
It
No,
was.
It was. I saw that. I saw it brewing, and most of the other girls, like, listen, all of us were drinking all day.
Yeah.
all of us. I was just drinking slightly less, and everyone was like, "Oh, I'm so fun and crazy," and like running off, and like little by little, the girls started like running off, and I'm like, I'm just gonna stay here until they all just run off and act like idiots.
Yeah.
And so finally, like,
That's when Jamie sealed her final 3.
yes, pretty much. Duh. Like everyone left, and I was like, all right, and I was like rolled over. I wish everyone could have just seen my hair flip right now.
It was a good hair flip.
It
I was
was
like, hey,
so
girl.
good. Nothing fell out either. It was all.
I think I already pulled. Yeah. And yeah, like literally, and I saw that brewing, and I knew that was gonna be like a moment. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stay here and not get out because everyone's just drunk and wanted to like, let's
Yeah.
go play.
Yeah.
Like, let's leave the guy we're all trying to get to fall in
Yeah.
love with.
There
us.
was the move, man.
That was
the
my move. That was
You did
actually
a
my
good
That was totally my
move.
move.
That was
After
a good
that, he
move.
was just like, you could sit up on my lap anytime.
And
that
you were
was-
brunette, and he likes some brunettes.
He does. You know what? I think I was gonna say earlier. At my first day, that first episode after the makeover challenge, he says he like kind of looked at me and he was like, God, this is so bad. He's like, you look like my baby mama, and I'm like, it's like, get her bad.
You have these beautiful, piercing blue
Thank
eyes.
you,
I
yeah.
mean,
And then when you
come
mix it with the dark
on.
hair, it was just like,
Yeah.
bam,
It was-
pow.
and that's what it is. baby
Yeah.
mama
Well, okay,
looks
when
like.
we-
So it was definitely like a look, and like I didn't know.
Yeah.
I actually did. Actually, I think I didn't know that, but I had the short hair. But I was like, oh, good, thank you.
No, but you were just beautiful, and you were cool, and you were down to earth, and you were really relatable. I think you were one of the most relatable people.
Yes.
Like as was Bethany, Amber.
She's on Housewives.
You know,
Jess from
Who
season
is?
1 was
Yeah,
Bethany.
I loved her.
Jess from
I really
season
liked
1
her.
was very relatable.
I felt like I felt like it was a little Jess vibe.
Yeah, and then Amber was very relatable.
and then you're like, you know
Yeah.
what, Brett? You're gonna have to get to know me a little better if you want to pull this. So just letting you know.
I was just hammered, and I didn't know what he was saying.
I
was
think
like,
you were
blah, blah,
being
blah,
real. I think you were
blah.
being real. Like, dude, like you're gonna have to really
if
like
you would have
try
made
a
it
little
to the
harder
top
for
2,
me.
you would have got a fake engagement ring. So
And I would have took it and pawned it.
Oh my god. Was there an engagement
Yeah.
after you left? I turned it off. I was like, I remember who the winner was. I
Stop
couldn't.
it.
Okay,
Honey, I
You
was
want-
there for you. I lived that life when I met Chris. Like when we met, he was living with he was hanging out with me and my roommate who were like invested in Rock of Love. So he
Oh
watched
my
all of you.
God.
And then I made him rewatch you the last few weeks. That's why when she came over, because I feel like I just seen you.
Yeah.
I feel like I just met you or
He's
something.
like, I feel like I know you.
I feel, and I had like, and I'm not just saying this. I had so many like funny moments and like, you know, like the good like commentary, but it was, you know, all of us are such strong personalities.
Yeah.
And you know, even though they tape us literally 24/7,
There's only so much
they have
can
to edit
fit
it
in
down.
12 episodes.
Yeah, they have to edit it down into
The
like,
drama
an
only.
hour episode, and then put commercials in that. So it's like, there's so much funny stuff. Like it was, and it like they do a great job casting. It was literally like.
And of course, they're not going to show like a lot of here's the girls hanging out,
the
and being
cool,
goofy together.
funny
and
shit.
that
No, they
happened
want
a
the
lot, yeah.
tears and the
They
backstabbing
want
and the drama.
tears,
And that's what
backstabbing,
sucks.
and the moments with Brett, like because
Of course.
it's about Brett Michaels at the end of the day.
Of course it is.
Yes.
You know what I will say about Brett Michaels? I did, I think like once I got kicked off and was crying. That was a real cry, by the way.
Aww.
It was more like
Did
a
you
holy
get poison?
shit. What,
Did you
like,
get poison tickets though?
I did.
Okay.
I got poison. I have pictures on my Facebook.
Yes.
He got, yeah, and I was like, yes.
Do you think you could still get backstage if you?
Maybe. But another like
Well, baby mama in the picture now.
and that was a trip because I went at Jones Beach in Long Island,
Mm-hmm.
and it was such. And again, another thing about being on a show like this, like it is a trip when you are just like a normal person or a regular person, and someone like recognizes you. And
Oh shit! Yeah.
to be honest, like after that first episode aired, I literally like got so done up, and I was just walking down the street, and I'm like, I'm ready. I'm like, who's gonna?
You're like, I'm ready for
No, I
my.
was like, okay, who's gonna recognize me? I know, I'm so stupid. And literally, it took like a week, and I'm like, why isn't anybody recognizing me? But I think that's, and it's New York City, so like there's like literally like Hugh Jackman's like walking on the other side of the street.
And
But
in New York City, people are
that
way
humbled
different
me.
with celebrities than they are in LA.
100%.
In New York City, you know a person's a real New Yorker because they're gonna look at Justin Bieber walking down the street and be like, Psh, whatever.
Yeah.
Where in LA, they'll approach you.
That is so fucking true. And I was also
That's Vegas too, unless you're literally
little
on
bit,
the
yeah.
strip. Vegas is very like, I see
Yeah.
you. Mhm.
and at the, at the
I'm
time
impressed.
at the time it aired, super kind of weird. Like when I got done with filming, and of course like there's always a little bit of time between the end of filming of these shows and when it starts airing. So at the end of my filming, I went back to New York, and the show that I was
You had your breakdown. You had to buy stripper shoes.
I
you know?
had a breakdown about stripper
I love
shoes. It was
it.
a whole
I
thing.
love
I
it.
don't want to talk about it.
We could all relate to that moment of like being
I mean,
immersed in
yes.
the situation. And you're like, you come back and it just doesn't fit in your
Why
new
is everyone
world.
else just
Yeah.
like
It doesn't
this?
fit in
It's
the real
fine.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's
I
true.
had to get used to the real world, which was a trip and weird. I totally forgot where I was going with this. So I got back, and you know, like I was a personal assistant at the time. I was a personal assistant for, his name is Constantine. He worked for, or who worked for. He was in Rock of Ages.
He was on American Idol.
Then yes, American Idol now hit Broadway show Rock of Ages. They just started their off-Broadway run at the time. Like we didn't know if this show was going to be like, okay, 2 weeks in this New World Stages off-Broadway theater, like it's done. So I got back again. Remember, I didn't have my phone. I didn't have my computer.
Oh yeah, you had to like remember what your BlackBerry was like and start logging into MySpace again. And
Right, I know, right? Like, what's my MySpace password? So like when I got back, like this Rock of Ages show was like a hit. It was like did you guys see that when it was here?
I never saw Rock of
Oh,
Ages.
I saw Rock
I
of
haven't
Ages,
made it.
and I really liked the movie too.
Okay, Yeah, it was a good movie. Mixed
It was a
feelings,
Vegas
isn't it?
show.
Really?
You worked for the
So I
Vegas
worked
show,
for,
right?
It's a Broadway show.
It
so
was a
it's-
Broadway show originally.
It was a Broadway
Yes,
show. It
okay.
started in New York. So again, like I was Constantine's assistant, and then when I got back, I started working the merch for the off-Broadway show, Rock of Ages.
Yes.
And so I'm working a show called Rock of Ages while being on a show called Rock of Love.
Oh
And
God.
it's just very confusing for me and everyone involved.
You'd be
And
like,
then-
yeah,
I know.
welcome to Rock of Love.
I know.
And they'd be like, what?
and then it moved to Broadway, which was like a big deal for like an
Yeah.
off-Broadway show to move to
Oh,
Broadway.
yeah, definitely.
And when it moved to Broadway, it was literally like a couple weeks before like I got eliminated. So like my show Rock of Love was airing as Rock of Ages
Is getting bigger.
was opening on Broadway, which is a big deal.
shit.
So I'm standing at the merch booth and people would walk in and be like, "Hey, what?" And I'm like, "Hey," and they're like,
They're like, I know you,
you
but
on- "Did you win? Is this part of the deal on Rock of Love? You win a?" I'm like, "No." Like, yes, you win a t-shirt
That's
selling
funny.
job. I know.
They would.
Yes,
They're
you go
like,
back to
oh,
your
yes.
real life.
Yes, you go back to real. Right, I know.
Well, you know what? I read an article with.
But it was cool. It was
I
very
don't remember
rock-centric.
who said it. I honestly want to say that like Heather said it. She's like, Rock of Love stops taping and you go back to your stripper job. She's
No,
like,
that's so true.
Jamie's like, well, that's Heather.
well, no,
No,
that's
that's-
the
no,
point.
that-
Like she was just
But
trying to make,
yeah,
like,
it's like-
she's like Brett Michaels gets to go on living his
That's-
life.
That's
And then you go back. You have to go back to the real world, and you have to you've
Yeah.
spent like 6 weeks just being a
You know what?
drunken asshole.
Regardless-
you are a drunken asshole in the imaginary world.
Yeah.
And then like it is like bam, here
it's
you go.
like in Almost Famous when she talks about the real world versus the rock world.
Dude,
almost.
that is-
yeah.
Nailed it.
But regardless of what, if you're going on a show like that, you'd expect like, hey, like I made it down to the final 3. I was on the number
Yeah.
one, the VH1's
That was
number
the
one
number one
television show.
Yeah.
Which
And-
is so weird.
Yeah, you're just like, I was a part of rock history right here,
Yeah.
and
God.
I should be like, and then they put you in some bullshit non-compete for a fucking
Yeah.
year. That's like a
Yeah,
that's
that
like
kinda
a fucking
sucked.
that's like a fucking ex-boyfriend being like, I don't want to be with you, but you can't be with like anybody else for like a year. It's like,
That's-
if you don't want my services, then you need to fuck off and let me.
Oh,
move
my
on.
my
Yeah,
ex-boyfriend.
that's what it is. That's literally what
Oh,
it is though.
God.
Anyways,
God, it's
Ew.
terrible. Oh
Okay.
God. Oh,
all right.
God.
So listen, we don't want to keep you all night because I'm going to get you really drunk if you keep
Do we want to
coming. But
Twist my arm.
do we want to
we definitely want to do some poison trivia.
Okay.
Ooh, to give it to me. Give it
Are
to
you
me. I love
ready?
poison. Oh, that was what my point of the. Sorry, as my rambling of the
Oh,
rock.
yeah.
I was on Rock of Love, working for Rock of Ages, and then. Does everyone remember the Tony Awards performance where Bret Michaels nearly got decapitated?
What?
Hello.
Would something fall? Did something
This
fall?
date, Bret Michaels and Poison performed at the Tony Awards when Rock of Ages was nominated for all these
Okay,
Tonys.
so it would have been
What
nothing
year
but
was
a good
this?
time, right?
This
Ish.
was probably 8 years ago.
So
Math.
2010,
10
11?
or 11?
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So remember when he like got his concussion?
No.
What the fuck?
I think I stopped
I
following him
feel
after
like
Rock of Love.
maybe.
What
He
kind of?
did-
I'm giving
he
you
even
Bret
had-
Michaels trivia.
He even had a show afterwards, and that's where he proposed to his wife, like on that show.
Oh,
but nobody
yeah.
watched the show. They only wanted drama. They don't want to see Bret Michaels
No,
in
I
his
know.
real life.
Ew, I know.
Boring.
That'd be like seeing like when I
Honey,
see Flava Flav at the
You were the
Henderson
star of the
DMV.
show, okay? You were the stars. Bret Michaels was just the one making up weird words and just like being cute.
Hey-o.
No,
I'm really turned on right now.
You didn't. Yeah, I know. Right? Yes.
Oh god.
No, Rock of Ages at the Tony Awards.
Okay, so you're there
You
with
two don't
Constantine.
know this. You two
No.
don't know this.
I feel like I don't remember it. I feel like I remember something, but
so
I'm
Poison-
pouring this out so I can give you some real
Poison
red wine. Can't
performed-
handle this.
in the opening number of the Broadway Tony Awards,
Yeah.
formed with someone else.
Because American Idiot, they brought out Green Day and
so
stuff like that. Okay.
American Idiot performed with Green Day. 9 to 5 had like Dolly Parton come
Yeah.
out. Like
Ooh.
Rock of Ages had Poison
Oh, okay.
come out. And I was
Okay.
like, holy shit, like my worlds are fucking colliding right now. Like
Yeah.
the show I'm working for, like Rock of Ages, the Broadway show, and Rock of Love, what I was just on, Poison is performing. Like this is fucking crazy. So those of you that saw it know that after the Rock of Ages / Poison portion was done, Bret Michaels is out there just like, milking the crowd, like walks back, turns around, runs into the fucking like
like a barrier?
not curtain, but like
Oh.
the hard like curtain. It's just coming down.
Yeah,
Radio
no,
City
I
Music
know.
Hall, just like
Oh shit.
literally,
So that
no.
curtain is hard.
It is a hard
Yeah.
curtain. Like I can't believe neither of you
And
two
you
saw
banged him
this.
in the face.
Oh, he like feet out from under him. Like,
Oh
I know
my
people, I know
God.
actors that were back there, and they were like, we thought he was dead. Legit. Like, I can't believe
Oh
I'm
my
going to bring this up.
God.
Like, they're like,
Oh.
we thought he got decapitated.
You guys,
It's
we're
funny
gonna
'cause he's
we're
okay
gonna put a
now.
link to this in the show notes.
Yes.
Yes, but like that is the show I worked for, and I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna be on TMZ, and no one put it together. No one fucking put it together.
Oh, that's good. Did he put it together? Did he?
I think so.
recognize you?
And I had Big John's number at the time. I don't know why. I swear it's nothing creepy. And I was like drunk at the like after party, and I was like, is Brett coming? Is he okay? And he was like, Brett is not okay. He's in the hospital. He's seriously hurt. And I'm like, okay, well, let's know if he gets better. Like,
You're like, thanks, Big John.
yeah. And I was like, well, that sucks. I was looking forward to seeing you guys.
Thoughts and prayers. Holler. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, that was like a huge.
Damn.
I don't know.
God, I feel like I remember it because he like had his moment, and then it was just like, and
Oh,
then a
as
big
soon as
shit
you
on
see it.
moment.
Oh God.
No, so like that's like a weird connection that no one's ever put together.
That's awesome. Okay, so poison. Let's do some poison trivia while you pull that up.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you name all the members?
Well, there's Bret Michaels, Ricky Rocket, CeCe DeVille, and who am I forgetting? Fuck.
I didn't know Ricky Rocket
Drummer.
was in.
He's a drummer.
Drummer was
Rocket
Ricky
drums.
Rocket.
Yeah.
Okay, guitarist
CeCe
CeCe DeVille.
Wait, who am I forgetting?
The
I'm so bad. I'm a little
bassist.
drunk, so you gotta like.
the one that's not cute. Sorry, I had Open Up and Say the tape when I
what
was
the fuck?
6
I
years
feel
old.
so bad.
When I was
I
6
always-
years old, my friend was in love with Bret Michaels, and
I
she
always
told
like
me
the
about the
non-cute
band.
ones. It should be
So
better.
I couldn't have Bret Michaels. I had
Bobby
to be
Doll.
CeCe DeVille.
Bobby Doll. That's
Bobby
what
Doll.
I said.
Okay, we're watching this. Motherfucker, that was like
I
that
just showed her
wasn't
the video.
that wasn't just a window. That was
We
like
can
the bottom
laugh.
of a pile driver.
We can laugh because
Bree,
he's okay.
Show Bree. Show Bree. That wasn't a. That looked like.
I told
That looked
you.
like 10 inches of steel
It
on the bottom
was.
of that curtain just crashing on his
like
head.
literally, and like we can like laugh about it
Motherfucker.
because he's okay, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason
If
we're
he wasn't
laughing.
okay, that would be a problem.
Well,
Fuck.
no, like
No, that was to be a Faces of Death interview, but okay, we're going to link to this video
shit.
because it's
Yes,
very
we are.
harsh.
we're linking to the time Bret Michaels almost got decapitated by the show I worked
Well, you know what?
they'll
He's
tell you not-
okay.
they'll
The
tell you not to
survivalism
pick
of a
me.
rock and roll star.
He's fine.
Surviving the rock and roll stage.
So-
Back it up a little bit
So
more.
who did Constantine play in Rock of? Did he play Tom Cruise's?
He played he played Drew. He played Drew Boley.
Aw.
So that guy, I forget the name of the actor that played it in the movie. Yeah, he originated the role of Drew.
Drew was the main guy, right?
Yeah, he was the lead. He was
Oh God, Diego Boneta played him.
Yeah.
In the movie. Yes.
and fun fact,
I need to rewatch the movie.
They actually brought Constantine
I didn't
in
get through it.
for the role of Stacey Jacks, the rock star, the Tom Cruise
Yeah.
character in the Broadway production. And I guess they were like, dude, like you need to be Drew, and like we didn't know you could actually act and sing. And he's like, yeah, went to college, and
He's like, yeah,
I'm a
I
trained
did
actor.
that. I did the thing.
he can wail. Can I tell you, like Constantine can wail.
I loved him on American Idol. I thought he was gonna get further than he did.
I think it was like the sacrificial lamb thing.
Oh,
Like, let's
yeah.
rile everybody up.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
Maybe not sacrificial. That may be taking
Yeah.
a little.
No,
much,
no, it's fine.
It
I
was
really,
a-
but I really did think.
Yeah,
that,
he's
like, he
super
was one of my
talented.
favorites on that.
but good dude
Whatever
too.
season he
All
was
right.
on.
He was season 4.
That was the same season as Daughtry, right?
No, Daughtry was I think the one after or 2 after. He was the
Okay.
same as Bo Bice.
Oh, okay.
Bob Ice.
Didn't Bo Bice he came in second place,
Right.
right?
Second, because they were like the 2 rockers.
Oh.
I never watched American Idol, and I don't know any of my moons and my my zodiac sign.
Your,
like
your
there's a
tour
lot.
ends here. I'm taking
Fuck.
over. I'm the new host of Keeping It Casual.
Oh shit. We're still
Jamie
gonna
Lee,
use your fire
I'm
pit
moving on.
though.
We're still gonna use your house
You
to
do
film.
it. You do it.
Record.
But you still rock my world.
Okay.
Okay.
What
yeah.
did Brett smell like?
He always actually smelled really good.
He
I
looks
bet
like
he
smells
did.
good.
I knew he did.
Yeah.
I don't remember what, but I just always remember
Clean
it smelled
shave.
He
good.
just
yeah.
he just looks
He takes care of himself.
clean and like he smells like has this like spicy cologne. I don't know.
He looks like he's always fresh and dewy out of the
Yeah.
shower.
Yeah, no, he was.
Like
he always
I
was-
look at somebody
straight
like
out of the
Blake
shower.
Shelton, who to me looks like he smells like chewing
he
tobacco
smells
and
like Old Spice. a
body
bit.
odor. But
No, I bet he's clean, but that like kind of like
yeah,
Brad
he just-
Michaels looked like he was always fresh out of the shower. He always
Yeah,
had
he
the
was.
dew.
Yeah.
Like he always had his little bit of eyeliner.
yeah.
Maybe
I
a
know,
little
I love that,
shadow.
though.
Make
Maybe a little
those
shadow.
blues pop though. He
I-
has like
does have
such
beautiful
crazy
eyes.
blue eyes.
Okay, all right. What was their debut single? It was not the biggest
Unskinny
hit.
Bop. No, wait, hold on.
Let's get it. Pop, pop, pop.
It was our first video, maybe. Debut single. Ooh.
It wasn't a big one, and honestly, I had to like play the YouTube video because I was like, "Do I know this song?" And when I heard it, I knew
I don't even know what
Cry
the song
Tough.
is.
Okay.
Cry Tough is their debut single. Like Poison released their debut album, which was monstrous, and it was self-produced.
Wow.
So to be self-produced in the 80s, that's incredibly,
That is insane.
And he
incredibly impressive.
This was something he went into at one of our like dinners. And like I love this stuff. He busted his ass. He worked his ass off to get to where
Good for
he is,
him.
and I respect that. And that's,
Yeah.
like, you know, I'm super into that. He's a worker. That sounds stupid.
He's a worker.
He's a worker. He's a worker.
He knows how to work.
He work, bitch.
Hard worker. You gotta- no, but like
bitch.
he busted his ass
Good
to
for
make it
him.
happen. And
Well, when
yeah.
you think about
He
it, the
continued.
80s glam
He was, like,
metal scene
late
become
40s.
huge.
Yeah.
He was
You
late
gotta-
40s when he
Yeah.
did Rock of Love Buzz.
Yeah.
This motherfucker,
I
this
know.
is the land of like females and males.
Listen, he
Today.
was super charming. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I have nothing bad to say about him.
No, honestly though, like just a little fun fact though, like independently produced, that album, their very first album in '86 was #2 on Rolling Stone's like
Yeah.
what was it? #2 50 greatest hair metal bands of all time. And it's for
Damn.
Look What the Cat Dragged In. So
Damn.
God, I love it. And okay, so every episode title, we give it
a song.
We
Well,
give it
well,
a song
no,
title.
when we have a guest on.
Guest episode, yes. All guest. So, can you guess what song title from Poison we picked?
Oh boy.
we already. A second we knew we were like, we got that
We were
song
like,
title.
this is the song title.
Come on,
this is the
God.
episode.
It's already sold out.
Nothing but a good time.
No,
Nothing Rock of Ages.
No,
That
no,
should've
we're
been-
doing
No.
nope.
Let's get everybody drunk. by Jamie Rose.
One more.
But a good
That
time.
is
But
good.
That is a good one. But nope.
The best one.
Every rose has its thorn. That's
No.
a little too, like that was in Rock of Ages as well. I was like haunted by Bret
It's
Michaels a
not
little
in,
after I
it's
got
not
kicked
in
off.
Rock of Ages, I don't think. It might be
Those are
like
the
a
only
little
two Poison
blip
songs.
on-
Talk Dirty to Me
Talk.
Baby.
Oh yeah.
with
Talk
Jamie
dirty to
Ross.
me.
Every guest
Hey,
episode
Johnny.
gets a song title.
Yes.
Yours is Talk Dirty to Me.
Yes.
Is that the best or what?
They had that.
Come on!
They had that in season 1 as like a challenge. I remember watching.
Oh yeah,
it.
they had to do the phone sex
I
challenge.
I remember watching it and being like, oh my god, I don't know what the fuck I would do because I was so like.
I don't know what I
All
would
the
do.
strippers
I'd
are
be
really good.
Oh, I know, right? And I was like, I'd just be like, hey, what do you do?
That's all they do.
I'm a failed phone sex operator, and I don't know what I would do.
Let me tell you something. When strippers want to take you to the VIP room, get ready for a lot of dirty talk.
I learned. Can I tell you?
They're gonna stall with the dirty talks. They don't have to lap dance for you.
I think I've learned so many of my great life lessons from the dancers on Rock of Love that I lived on a tour
like
bus
she
with.
just keeps calling them the dancers, not the
I
strippers.
love
I
it.
love it.
God, respect.
Respect for the.
Listen.
I mean, but look, when you think about it, though, those girls go out there every night in those tall ass shoes and
I
work the pole like crazy.
know.
I've taken
Chase
pole
those
dancing classes,
motherfuckers.
and I get
It is-
bruises up and down my legs.
It's not easy.
No, it's not easy. I hate girls who are like, man, that'll be easy. I could just go be a stripper. I'm like, bitch,
Dude,
no, you can't.
no, it's work.
Not only that, you have like drunk men trying to follow.
God, I know.
So, Jamie Ross,
Rambling.
Rock of Love. This is how we do the show, though. I mean, if anybody
Yeah.
listens to our show, they know this
They
is how
know,
we
yeah.
ramble. This is how we ramble.
The last episode we did, like, I talked about a date I had been on, and in 4 different segments. Like,
I know. I was like,
seriously.
are we at the movies yet?
Yeah, and then we'd go off on a tangent,
Not
and
yet.
then I'd be
We
like,
get to
okay,
the
yeah, we
movies yet.
finally walk into the movie theater.
Then the
yeah.
true crime shootout happens.
Yeah.
We were literally like crouched down here. We're like, are they gonna shoot? They're like, go on the ground. We're gonna fucking shoot you in the
Nervous
face.
leaving here.
No,
Like,
no,
after,
you're,
like,
you're
duck and
fine.
covered.
No, you're
You were totally in the suburbs in Centennial
We're not in the
Hills.
hood at all.
We're in a pretty nice neighborhood.
It's pretty posh from the
Feel all
outskirts.
right.
Although we are the one story of the big 2-story monster.
I mean,
like,
it's
I'm in
okay.
a 2-story, and I'd much rather have a 1-story. Right
I like a 1-story.
I would. Yeah.
I'll take
You
it.
know.
I live in an apartment.
We, you live in Las Vegas. We all live in
Yes,
Vegas.
exactly.
We are living the fucking up. Okay.
Yeah, right.
All right. More Poison trivia.
Yes,
They're only had one #1 single.
What?
Which was
It's got to be Every Rose.
You know it. There it is.
Is it?
She's
I
a
totally guessed that.
true. She's a
I
true
mean, and
Poison fan.
can I tell you, the 2 seasons before my season, there was always the cliche, gather around the campfire. Let me tell you a story about a girl that broke my heart, and he'll do it with a guitar. The moment happened in my season, and I was like, holy shit. And like,
That had to have been so surreal.
it was, and I literally, but then I was like so drunk. I was like trying not to like laugh, but just because it was like amazing, and I was like, how the fuck can I take?
Are you the type of person that laughs at completely inappropriate
Oh
moments?
yeah,
Me too.
And like, oh no, for sure. I got yelled at a few times for it.
I did watch an interview with the girl he wrote Every Rose Has Its Thorn about.
What?
The stripper that broke his heart.
Yes. Okay. So there was.
She was a stripper.
Well,
She was. Yeah.
I was engaged to a stripper out here, so I can't really.
Okay.
Oh?
A
So.
guy stripper. No.
Where'd they work?
He was in Thunder from Down Under.
Oh.
Okay.
His name is
Good
Ryan. He's
for
a doll.
you.
Is
he actually Australian?
Yeah, they're all Australian.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We're on good terms. Like, it didn't work
Heaps.
out, but you know, as you do, you move to Vegas and get engaged to
Yeah.
Chippendales.
I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Engaged to a stripper.
So it was
Love
this
it.
documentary that they did of like Girls of the Sunset Strip from the 80s.
Oh, I think I saw part of that.
Yeah, and they interviewed
that
the Rocket Queen from Guns N'
Yes!
Roses. Yes. So
Steven Adler's girlfriend, the Axel
Axel
had sex
fucked.
with. I named my dog Axel.
Aw.
I like Axel. I thought of that in my baby name, but Chris wasn't having it.
If
I
could-
love that. Actually.
Yeah.
My last name's Ross, and my dog's Axel Ross.
Dude.
I love it.
Axel Ross.
If I could go back in time and lose my virginity to a rock star, it'd be David Bowie.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
if I could,
Ooh.
if I
Oh,
could,
you know he could, yes,
if
that
I could
candle
go
shit.
back in time and lose my virginity to a rock star.
She lost her virginity to David Bowie, and she's like, he
Oh
fucked.
my god.
Yeah.
No, you
Wow.
can't lose your virginity. to
But he's
someone
very
like that.
femme-esque.
You know, he's very in tune with the.
Some of those guys like that are like.
Okay, that's a good
Anyway.
question, Jamie.
Welcome to the After
Wait.
Hours. It's called.
Wait,
We always talk
Yeah.
about sex on this
called
show.
Rock of Love Line.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. What did you just say? If I could lose my
If I could
virginity
go back
to
in
a
time
classic
and
rock star,
lose my virginity to a rock star, who would I lose it to? Yes. That's
Oh,
a good
like
question.
a
We
back
should put it in Getting to Know You.
yeah, we're gonna put that in the Get to Know You game, and we're gonna start it right now. Jamie, there it is.
Ooh.
Lose my virginity to a rock star.
It's
Just
like-
forever. Everybody was like, "Wow, Jim Morrison."
Ooh, Jim Morrison, you know he could fuck. Pamela in
Man.
her book talks about making out with him and how
Shut
it's
up.
just like in her
I
first
didn't read
book.
that part.
And I'm with the band.
My old roommate
Oh,
was
yeah,
his
yeah.
bodyguard.
Yeah, you told me
I
that.
have pictures. Yes,
He
he was
always
in the
wears
Jim
leather
Morrison
pants.
book. Yes.
Ooh, I would fuck Jim
He was a
Morrison even when he's in
60-year-old
that
black man with
fat,
an afro, and he
beer
was
belly
cool.
ugly.
Oh yeah.
version
Oh, I
of
love
Jim
that.
Morrison.
I love
Like,
that though.
I would fuck Jim Morrison at any stage
I probably would too.
My roommate was 68, and
and protected Jim Morrison.
Who are you living with?
he used to play Werewolves of Thunder at like 7 a.m. from his room, and he would just start that and roll into like classic
He
rock
seems
all day.
fine.
He was like a weird roommate I had when I had a
love
3
it.
roommate deal going on.
He seems fine.
He was Jim Morrison's
Probably-
bodyguard. Yeah.
God, probably like Nikki Sixx, even though he's happily married. The Nikki Sixx, like now though.
He has a radio
Or-
show.
Yeah.
Nikki Sixx is so fucking sexy.
Dude, there's something about it,
the
right?
dark
he's like,
hair and the bright blue eyes.
He's died like twice, and so like Nikki Sixx now or Axl Rose back then. Even though I'd still totally do Axl Rose now. If you're listening too, just
I love
come
that he
on.
was like some crazy ginger too. It didn't even show until like now.
Dude, right?
Nobody knew until now he had freckles. Like it was always very hidden. It was just like he's strange and
He's like a
sexy.
weird guy. I know that's why though. 'Cause he's like a weird. I'm a total rock chick. But.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, this is a really fun. Just a last little poison trivia.
Okay.
Who did they begin touring with? Aerosmith, David Lee Roth, or Bon Jovi? They came out in '86.
Why do I feel like it's Aerosmith? Even though that doesn't sound right. I feel like it's Aerosmith or
Aerosmith.
Bon.
Final answer.
I don't know the answer.
I
to
don't
this.
either. I feel like it's Aerosmith, but Bon Jovi is a little ringing a bell.
David Lee Roth.
Oh
Really?
shit!
David Lee Roth, and then
Not
once they
Van Halen.
started, they
David Lee
started
Roth
touring
solo?
with. They started touring with David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth was the shit. You kidding? He was
Dude.
like the pinnacle of MTV.
Oh my god!
Oh.
I agree.
I mean, once he left Van Halen,
he came to a Britney
Yeah.
show.
David Lee Roth was like the kickoff of MTV Spring Break.
He came. So apparently, and this is just like hearsay. He came to a Britney show when she was here when I worked there.
Yeah.
Did like the meet and greet, and so the meet and greet ended after the show started not loading in. The audience started coming in, and apparently, again, this is all a hearsay. Apparently, he was mad because he couldn't like be in the front row because the GA
Because he's David Lee Roth.
because the GA people had already gone in there, and he already did his meet and greet. Like was
Yeah.
like, I'll come back tomorrow, and he was like, no, I want front row.
Like he wants front for Britney.
Yeah,
I
again,
think I would
David Lee
too if
Roth.
I was David Lee Roth.
I
you can do that.
Let's all
green
stop.
M&Ms
Let's
and
all
front row.
Let's all stop for a minute. Don't
Again,
we
I don't know
all
if
demand front row at some point of our lives?
I don't know if this is completely true. The person I heard it from is like,
Well, when you think about it, though, when you're a rock star, John Mulaney talks about this in his stand-up with Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
John Mulaney, the comedian, he wrote for Saturday Night Live for like 4 years. And he's like, there's different levels of niceness. He's like, Mick Jagger probably thinks he's nice. But
I'm sure he does.
But when you've been given everything to, like, handed to you for so long... so David Lee Roth has probably that mindset. He is a rock star. He is David fucking Lee Roth. So he can demand, like, if I'm going to see Britney, I want to see up close and personal Britney.
I would too. If I was David Lee Roth, I want to see everybody.
Yeah.
I
up front.
just love that David Lee Roth wanted to see Britney Spears front row or nothing else.
I mean,
even though like the seats like right behind like the pit and GA with like the cool like club booths or like the best seats, but
he's like, no, I want to be in the
like,
pit.
this is,
he wants Britney
I want to grab her
sweat on him.
ankle when she runs
and
by.
I love you even more now.
Yeah.
Because
All right, next up, what do we got? What do you
Okay,
got?
so we're going to play Name That Band. We're going to give you song titles, and you got to name the band.
This is 80s metal band
80s
edition,
metals.
of course.
I like that you do this after I've had wine.
Yeah.
All right. But they're pretty easy.
I'll take them all.
I think you got it, yeah.
So, here you go. Cherry Pie.
Warrant.
Okay.
I love Warrant. Rest in peace, Janie Lane.
Aw.
Pour some sugar on me.
Pour some sugar
On
Def Leppard.
They're getting a residency
Def Leppard.
out here.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
Planet Hollywood, where Britney played.
Who is?
Def Leppard.
Yeah. Wait, is it Planet? Yeah.
I think it's at Planet, yeah.
Good.
It's already sold out.
It's already sold out.
Right? No shit, right?
All right. You're going to know this one because this is your boy. My heart. Kickstart my heart.
Nikki Sixx.
And, his band Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, right.
Motley Crue. Okay, nothing but a good time.
Well, obviously.
Can we break into song right now? Don't need nothing but a good time. Don't get better than this. Full disclose, I did do This Is Poison playlist on Spotify today. I just was like in the groove.
Dude, they like you can still listen to them and it just like it makes you feel good.
It brought me back to 86.
It's fun.
It's so good. I love it.
Okay, next
Mama
one.
don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Sorry.
Okay, next one. I wanna rock.
Rock!
Da, 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 da.
Who?
Tell me now.
Who is it?
Why am I thinking Twisted Sister? But
Yes.
is it?
Yes.
It is. It is.
I thought that was a trick one.
It is. It is. It
Again,
is.
We're
Had a
not
few
tricking
wines.
you
Oh.
because that means we have
Listen,
to stay
I
on
am
point.
one of the
Here's-
real like rock chicks that was on this show. Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I remember you.
Sebastian Bach, one of the best voices of our generation. Skid Row.
Yes.
I actually, funny
I
enough,
was gonna do 18 in life. 18 in life.
so I saw Sebastian Bach a couple of years ago in concert. He was so fucking good. He can wail still.
Okay, see, I had an issue with Sebastian Bach.
No.
He was not very nice when I met
She
him.
wouldn't let me
Oh,
put in her
no.
fuck, marry, kill.
I wouldn't let him put.
She
you know
fought
why?
with me to get in your favorite person in the world.
Yeah, well, 'cause
For
he's
fuck,
one of
marry,
mine,
kill.
too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's like, you're not going to put Sebastian Bach with Nikki Sixx. And I go, yes, I am. She's like, no, you're not.
I was like, no, we are not.
Fun.
I was like, fuck
Okay.
Sebastian Bach.
So fun, random Sebastian Bach story. So my ex-fiance, who again, it's all good. We're like, it's cool.
Yeah.
So like, we met on Tinder.
Yeah.
And one of our common interests was Sebastian Bach. In our first like date, I went and picked him up, and we talked about Sebastian Bach, and he's Australian, and he's like, oh, I love Sebastian Bach. I do a bad.
That's
Australian
okay.
accent.
That's
I love
okay.
Sebastian Bach, and I'm like, oh my god, me too. So we just like listen to Sebastian Bach, and we're like, oh my god, this is so great.
Because it just reminds me, when I think
I love
Sebastian
Sebastian
Bach,
Bach.
I think of the Nelson Twins.
It's a similar era. It's a similar
They had the
hair.
long blonde hair. What was that fucking song the Nelson Twins sang? Does anybody know right
can
now?
see it with the
No,
guitars.
you're not allowed to
I can
Google
see
it.
it with the
Okay, I've got
Anybody
nothing.
know?
no,
Oh my
I
God.
don't.
What was the song the Nelson Twins sung?
Can I please Google it? Because
I feel like it was
know.
early 90s, like on the verge of like
Oh, God
80s
damn it.
hair glam to
I
like
can
grunge.
see it, but like
It was like teetering on the like danger zone of like, are we 80s metal? Are we grunge?
Yeah, they were.
We're
that,
Nelson.
Like, they wanted, yeah, but it worked.
And then
You're
there were their
good, dude.
awkward brothers that walked 3,000 miles. There was like the
500.
the short spiky haired twins, and there was the Nelson twins.
Oh.
The only twins in radio ever. of all time.
Dude, this is like, I
Done.
feel like I need to know this. I'm
Bree,
supposed
what
to be
happened?
the human jukebox right here.
You were in a cool moment of your life. I feel like you were in your like 20s, like probably 20.
Not with the Nelson twins? No.
No, you were like 4.
Wait a minute. I was listening to Kurt Cobain.
Oh God.
With the lights out at the stage.
Yeah, that was like the shift though when Nirvana. I feel like that. I mean, I was like young, but like it was the
I mean, I'm
It was like
4 years old.
It
doing
was
this.
it was the shift to where like you were officially uncool if you listened to hair metal bands.
Well, and you've actually seen a lot of I've seen a lot of interviews. This is like, okay, see, I love muses and groupies. Like, I fucking love them. Love them. Wanted to be one. Was like a D-list groupie, so whatever.
Me too. It's okay.
Well, at least you got some like notoriety on a TV show. I got Jan in the back of a van.
That's good too. I'm in there.
Whatever. So,
But it was still fun.
it was fun. It was a good time.
That's all that matters.
I actually have some that I can't really talk about.
Your parents
those are the best
introduced you to
ones.
some cool music.
Yeah, but,
my
like, my
dad did
parents-
me like the good Billy
Yeah, my
Joel
parents
and
introduced me
ZZ
to some
Top.
cool music.
Love Billy Joel.
Was it Pete Townsend? He was like, listen to this guy. He actually makes his guitar talk. I was like,
That's cool.
put on New Kids on the Block, Dad. God, you're fucking embarrassing me. God, Dad.
But well, my point what I was trying to make though is like I watch all these documentaries of like groupies from the 60s through the 80s through the 90s, and I'm just so fascinated by them because I'm like, you guys got the better time in music than I did.
Dude, I think
Right?
I honestly, I think that all the time. I think
like,
that was kind
you
of
got the
like,
hotter rockers, you got like and the big rock stars. My era of being a groupie was not big rock star era.
I agree
And I
with
didn't
you.
nail Matt Bellamy the other night, so I mean that happened.
Well, he's also like,
He's British.
I
so.
wish I would have been in my late 20s in like the late 80s. But if I was, I probably would have been dead. Because
See-
it's like I would have been such a hoe.
And I would have
like I ain't even gonna lie.
I would have won a groupie. I would have won a groupied in like the 60s. I would have been like hanging out with Pamela in those eras. Like,
well, it's like
that's
no
true.
worried about like social media or people talking about you or anybody
like,
knowing.
in the 60s,
Nobody
like,
will ever
you didn't
know.
have to
Now
worry
everybody will
about-
know.
Dude.
Like, you had to worry about like maybe catching chlamydia, and that's it.
I mean, that might have happened too. But
Yeah.
no one would know about it.
In these interviews, these like 1980s groupies, they're like, yeah, grunge came and we got fucked.
Yeah,
and the bands
saw
did
that.
too.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, you have survived a reality television show featuring one of the biggest 80s rock stars
Yes.
of all time. You've made out with him. You've cuddled him.
did.
You've smelled him.
I did.
We've
It's
asked all the questions and all the things. What advice would you have for somebody like going on a reality television show? Because that's
Like,
the
what if-
basis of all this. Like, you guys, like Bret Michaels aside, you guys were the fucking stars. You guys were the
Yeah.
survivors.
Yeah.
You
They,
did
like-
reality television.
Like if I was like, I'm gonna be on
Yeah.
The Bachelor.
Bree's going on a reality television show. What do you tell her right now?
I would say
I'm not really.
clear your
guys.
phone
gonna say
history
it, though.
before you
Yeah.
turn it in.
Okay, so no boober. Vivian's out here, so no nudity photos. Make sure they're
Well, no,
not.
just
nude.
clear-
She's
clear
balls
your
deep in
phone 'cause
YouTube
You know they're gonna
kids.
go through it while you turn it in.
They go through your phone.
I mean, if just like they look through your like your texts and your search history and stuff, and I cleared my like all my texts,
Why?
but my battery was on.
That's
it was,
not normal.
No, it was fully charged, but it was on empty when I finished and like got my phone back and everything, and I'm like, I had this off when I like put it in my personal belongings bag.
Wow.
Like a super like fun
Yeah.
fact, like.
Oh, okay.
They
so-
will search your phone like the
Oh,
police.
they will like. Oh, you know, of course they. I mean, they do like background searches on you. They do like, and now, honestly, if I went on a show now, I've done so much. Like, well, I mean, you know, I've done some shit.
Would you go on a reality show again now?
It would depend on what it is.
What if it was a
Rocka
dating?
Love Nikki Six.
What if it was a
Oh.
dating?
I don't.
No, can't give her Nikki Six. Now we're not going to use her in
he's,
our
like,
fuck,
happily-
Mary, kill. We got to
Okay,
think
he's
of somebody
happily
else.
married. He is kind of my number one rock star, but he's like married and like
Okay,
his
okay.
wife's pregnant. Maybe
She's young.
It would depend on the show. There was actually like gonna be like a Vegas like reality type of show. It didn't work out. It might still work out. I think it'd be great.
Okay.
You know.
We'll just say that. Yeah,
It is
something's
like
in
one
the
of those
works.
things- it is one of those things where it's like the internet these days, and like any like kind of shady thing you've ever done, like
It
Okay.
comes to light.
So there's a reality show possibly in the works, maybe that might happen.
Maybe
We're not going to say anything about
possibly.
All right.
Probably not.
Well, then
but
we
it
can
could
talk
be.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super vague. But it's also like exciting things are in the pipes and maybe happening. You'll never know about it unless they do.
I watched that new
say that.
reality show about the Lady Gang podcast. They have their podcast Lady Gang.
Yeah.
And now they have a reality show about their podcast.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, it's on the E Network, and I'm like, goals. Jay and I are gonna have our own reality.
Oh my
show.
God.
I don't know if I
great.
could do it. I'd be like, Jamie. I'd be
Oh, you
like
should do
calling
it.
her every day. I'd be like, Jamie.
Don't give out
We're a
too much,
reality
even though they're gonna
show.
find out anyway.
Oh,
I don't
Yeah,
really
I
have
know.
much in my past, and like I talk about it so openly
It
that
doesn't
it's
matter. Well, yeah, that's true.
I
That's
like.
good.
I do.
Honestly, just be like open about it.
Hi,
it takes
guys.
so much balls and like
Yeah.
just.
It does.
Let me tell you something. Watching your show is like so powerful because it's like this girl just put herself out there to like be cool, and then at the end you were like, "Look, Brett, we need time to like decide if we even like each other."
We
Like,
need to
I
know.
don't know about
Like,
you.
We need to get to know each other. I'm not just gonna put a ring on
I
it.
love that you were the only one who was like, "Well, we'll see."
I've literally like hung out with you 6 times.
And then
like,
the next episode, you see Taya and Mindy picking out engagement rings, and you're like,
dude, I know, and I was like, holy fuck.
Fuck, if I had to listen to. Okay, honestly,
Oh, so did
who was the most annoying chick to you ever?
Oh god.
Like, can you just say, if you don't want to say, you don't have to, but like, who just you're like, ugh, she's fucking sucked.
Oh, see,
It's hard to say that as a woman. I'm not gonna make you do it.
I don't think any of them were. Everyone kind of gets on your nerves at the end.
Tell me
when
off
you've lived-
air if you'd
when you've
prefer.
lived with each other, and like I hate to say this, but like, and I love you, but Mindy and her accent when you were drunk and trying to sleep, I love you, Mindy, and I just need to go to sleep.
Dude.
Like, again, Mindy, I love you, but
she doesn't listen to this, so it's no big deal.
for someone to send it to her. But
she's gonna
Mindy, if you're tuning in, we'll let you come on and dispute your.
people.
No.
And I'll be like, you bitches knew.
But
didn't know
Mindy's
us.
super
No.
cool. I did like a few appearances with her after.
Oh.
And she was like the other kind of like real girl.
Yeah.
We're the two only like
Yeah,
girls
but-
with real boobs.
Okay. So
All right, her accent, we can't fault her for it because it's one of those things,
I
the way
know.
she was raised, but
Yeah.
she's just intolerable. I can't deal with her either. I was like, I can't deal with Mindy. I couldn't deal with rodeo either.
Oh,
sorry.
She wasn't my season, but like I
Good
yeah,
God.
I liked her.
Okay, so on the
Didn't have to live with
reunion
her, though.
show, did they actually bring all the girls up to interview?
Yeah.
Okay, and then they just cut who they
That's
wanted to
the
be on there?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like we all can I tell you that reunion show takes like 7 hours to film.
Oh,
Maybe, like 6 or 7.
I
All
was
fucking
pissed
day.
that they didn't check it. Like, I didn't get to see check in with Jamie. Like, what's the...
No, we did like the I guess it was like they brought up like the 3 new girls and like none of us like had anything interesting to say. And I was like I'm just like working for a Broadway show and, and you know, they didn't wanna
You
hear
know
that.
what, though? Let me tell you something. When
yeah,
it comes
was
to
okay.
reality television, they want the most outlandish, most ridiculous, most drama-licious shit. So the fact that you didn't is
Right.
a throw to your natural character of like, this bitch is cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it was like, so it was
Yeah.
you and Cammie and
You ain't got
Jenny.
no drama.
Jenny. And
yeah, and you
You're
know,
not a big fake spectacle.
Cammie and Jenny weren't on long enough to even
right?
get to know
and
them.
I wasn't like crazy enough to whatever, so they think. No.
You didn't show that.
No,
side.
those things. That's actually that was something interesting I was gonna say too. Like that reunion show took for fucking ever to film, and also like the elimination ceremonies. Like those things are so long.
Really?
Oh my god.
How long? I can imagine.
long
I watched
was it?
Bachelor in Paradise. Is like
Well, she didn't have any clocks, so we don't know
Well, yeah,
really.
Yeah,
it
but
felt like okay.
No.
It felt like time.
so like those are the only ones that like the like makeup artist like touches us up and like touches up our hair like before we got there. And then
Oh,
we
so you guys didn't do your own hair and makeup?
Oh no,
for
we
those?
did.
Okay.
We did, but then they have like someone just because it's like under those like studio lights.
Okay,
and
so
stuff.
they didn't want you to be sweaty and shiny.
Right.
Gotcha.
Well, sometimes they did to make us look like more of a mess. So
you're like, I'm gonna do my makeup, but they're gonna get me at the end. They
we
got
would
the
have
touch-ups.
to all be on one of the buses. Like we couldn't talk to each other. They called it ice. Like you have to be on ice. Like we'd all be in like our dresses, and we'd all be like, "Shit, are we like going home this week? Fuck."
Put your dresses on.
Super
your
like
heels.
stressful, and everyone's like, "Oh god." And then you know they do that for a reason.
Yeah.
So we're there, like, and they keep us on like this bus where we couldn't talk to each other, and everyone just has to like look at each other and like telecommunicate or try to. Nothing.
You understand what I'm thinking, right?
And then of course, like the bars are right there, and so we're all like sipping and like, oh god. And then they put us in a specific order. And like line up like you're in school again, still can't talk, and then you walk out and walk down into like the theater or whatever that like the elimination ceremony is being held in. And this is why when you see these things, everyone's like super serious because it's like we've all just been sitting silent for an hour and drinking and just looking at each other. Again,
Oh my God.
total mindfuck. They do this all for a reason, and it stresses you the fuck out. So then you stand there, and then they put you in the order on like the podiums. And then they just leave you there for like another half an hour, and you're just like standing there like
in your fucking
That's
tall
why
ass
TV
heels.
sucks. That's why I did radio. TV's a little waiting
maybe not a half
around.
hour. Again,
Fuck.
like we don't get to have watches or clocks, so we don't.
Yeah,
really...
but I mean, still, like when you're in heels and a tight ass dress, you're
Right?
like, it feels like this has been 4 hours. What the fuck?
It was probably
Sucking
like
in
2
your
minutes.
gut, like you're totally posing. You're posing. You're flexing. It's all that.
You're
in
like,
a tight
Brett,
dress
where
and
are
heels.
you?
But then like you're also like do the dramatic like like I hope they got my camera shot.
But then when
You know,
Brett
like,
comes
can I get
out,
my
is there
pass?
like a butterflies of like, God, he's hot.
So you know what? There's more than I would like to admit.
No,
all
it's
I
totally
imagine he's a
fine.
cutie with his little blue
is,
eyes, and he's just kind of he's not super
country and
smart.
rock and roll.
Very charming. Yeah.
He's charming.
Yeah,
There
I
it
gotta
is.
tell you,
he
what-
doesn't have much substance to him, but he's super fucking charming.
Maybe
And to
he
the
played
viewers.
that up for the cameras.
We only
too.
saw a little bit of. I saw his weird, like he'd reach over and get smooches. He'd say, "Kissage, I need some kissage." Like, what the fuck is kissage? If a girl said that, they would
mean-
destroy her in any show. Like she's a total moron.
Right.
Oh, like on
But
the,
it was
if I was
cute.
the Bachelorette, I'd be like, give me some kissage.
Yeah, it would be a meme. But with Brett, it was totally cute and endearing.
I
you
mean,
know?
there are a few times where he'd say stuff and I'd be like, okay.
Oh, what's that going on? He said something else, and I can't even remember at this moment. But I was just like, "That's one of those
Everything
words they would
turned him
destroy
on, too.
people for."
Oh, God,
if
I
I
know.
said that anywhere, they would destroy me.
You'd see his commentary, and he'd be like, "I'm a little turned on right now, even
He
though
was-
they're fighting with each other." It's like, what
I'm
are
a little
you?
turned on.
He was always like, "These girls are smoking hot." They're fucking smoking hot. It was always like he didn't have much to say, but just always good things. These girls are fucking smoking hot, and they're just really cool. They're ready to rock my world. And I got my guitar. Like Brett was just so fucking. He must have had like a vocabulary of 100 words.
Kind of, but you know what?
So cute.
She's still defending
Wait,
him.
tell us about how do you feel about Brett to this day? Come on,
I
he's
like-
the rock of your love.
Again, like I got my Poison tickets, so
What
I'm
would you do
fine.
if you won?
I don't know.
How would
and I
that
kind
played
of-
out? Would you have still Trump power moved him and been like, "Yo, we're gonna take it easy"?
No,
I might
no.
date a few other people.
No,
Let's
my
see how it
God,
goes."
no. I think oh my God.
You would have Tindered him like
would
we'll
Tindered
just keep it easy, keep it
No,
casual.
honestly, like at that point, I was actually like kind of super into him, knowing it was like a little bit of a mind fuck. I don't know. Like that's
you
so hard
have
to say.
kind of like start falling for somebody. This is the only man
Yeah.
you're allowed to look at.
Yeah.
You're competing against all these other hot bitches for him. Like,
Right.
and I'm sorry, competition makes you like a guy.
It
But
does.
like what
Oh,
you
it
said,
totally does.
I remember what you said when you said like when he's with you, he's giving you exactly what you give
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Brett Michaels has that stripper mentality. He
He
knows how
kind
to
of
work
does.
it. He's like, whatever you show me, I'll show
every
you
rock
back.
star, though.
That's a player.
But like
that's a-
he-
That's
a
a
rock-
player
if-
mentality.
if you're real
That's a
with him-
musician move.
It's
Well,
a
yeah, that's-
player
that is- oh my God,
mentality. Anybody that has
Jamie
that
and I
like
have dated
genuine
so many of them.
Yeah.
That is a musician
It
move.
happened. That
It's
is
like,
a-
and they're all players. I'm sorry.
play it. Yeah, you don't got to be a musician to have that mentality. It's like you're like with a guy and he gives you all this love and affection, and you're like. Besides Brett, have you ever been with a guy that was like
My ex-boyfriend.
so into you, and you're just like believing everything, you're soaking it up,
Oh
and
my
then
God,
you
yeah.
find out he's with other girls, giving,
absolutely.
letting them soak it up, and you're like.
Yeah, my last relationship.
And you're like, what?
And what did I tell you? I said, you know what? I guarantee you he meant 100% of what he did when he was with you.
Oh yeah.
But it's like people that just like flow through people, and they're just like, I'm with you so much, and you can't fuck with people like that.
No,
you
you
can't
can't.
realize what you're doing to people.
I agree. That's a little messed up. No, he wasn't like that, but he definitely gave you attention.
Was it
If you gave it back, too.
weird thinking you were going to start a relationship with all these other girls,
Yeah.
thinking they were going to start a relationship with him?
Well,
I just,
We're
like,
listeners in our own like couches, just
Yeah.
like, how can you deal
Here's-
with Taya and Mindy
couldn't-
ever?
that's why. Oh my God, that's why we drank. Here's the thing. Like I said, like I was a little more open to it than I like, kind of wanted to admit, because I was 100% single, and like he kind of grew on me like through the thing, and I was like, oh, like he actually is cool, and he's like a normal guy,
Yeah.
and he, you know. I don't know. Yeah, the competition makes it more like that, but I don't like at the end of the day, I think we'd all kind of look at each other like, and we'd all know like, you know what, I think he really would actually date you. He'd actually date you. Like there's a lot of like that. I think
I remember in season 1, Samantha, who was a hot babe, with tattoos all over her.
Yeah. I remember.
She said, I'm trying to start a relationship with this guy already cheating on me. And I went, fuck, dude.
Totally get that.
So that's kind of like what I was alluding to. Like, was it hard thinking like, I'm going to start a relationship with him, but he's like all these other girls. Yeah. Like, oh God.
I was on season 3, so like I knew what it was.
You already knew at that point. Yeah.
I was expecting nothing, hoping for the best. I was like, okay, like I'm going into Rock of Love. Like I'm going to fall in love with Bret Michaels. Yeah, right.
All right,
it's
so
time for
Fuck, Marry, Kill. 80s glam metal
edition.
Nikki Sixx / or Bret Michaels.
Oh,
we didn't make it easy.
We didn't know that you love Nikki Sixx either.
We didn't.
That is
okay,
true.
So
well, you got two loves here.
I'm gonna say I would fuck Nikki Sixx.
Okay.
I would marry Slash.
Really?
I'm sorry, Brett, but anytime I ever you.
This is hard.
See, because I love I know
You're
Slash,
killing Bret Michaels.
I know
Oh my
Slash
God.
got divorced from his wife, but anytime I ever seen Starla,
They were together for a while.
They were
though.
together forever, and she was with him before Guns N' Roses took off,
Okay.
and they were together forever.
Yeah.
And she just said he treated me like a queen, and I feel like Slash would be chill as fuck
Okay.
and
I
treat
like
his
that.
woman like a queen.
Feels.
And I'd get to see what's under the top hat and the sunglasses.
All right. There is
And he
one
has the
picture
sexy
on.
nose ring.
There's one picture on
Yeah,
Google
right.
with him with
Where's
no
that one?
sunglasses.
He's the only male I can see with like a hoop nose ring, and I'm like, hey.
Right.
He's snuggly. When,
Oh,
one
we have the
picture on
same type,
Google
I think.
without
I
him.
think we do.
All right, Jamie.
This one's hard.
Nikki Sixx, Slash, and Bret Michaels.
Let her think a little bit more because these
Fuck,
are all her
marry,
faces.
kill.
So hard.
Do you want me to go and then you
I think you need to go.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right, fuck, marry, kill. Okay, Slash. I'm kind of marrying Slash because honestly,
Yeah, he
I
seems
googled him.
interesting.
One picture of him without his sunglasses on. He looks so snuggly and sweet. And like I said, he's the only one married.
Yep.
Bret Michaels. I'm fucking Bret Michaels.
And you're killing
Nikki Sixx. Nikki
Oh my
Sixx can
God.
beat it. He's
Oh,
never really
I love
intrigued
him.
me as much as Slash
I
or
think
Bret
you
Michaels.
need to read the Heroin Diaries, and then you'll fall in
Yes.
love with him.
I-
See, I read Nikki Sixx's The Heroin Diaries, and that's really what made me start being like,
Respect.
Me too.
holy shit,
Me
I
too.
want to open my legs for you too.
Dude, like,
Respect to him
anytime,
for having.
like,
He's
get
got
in
his
there.
own series show right now, though.
Yes,
He's killing
and you
it.
know what? I honestly, watching him on LA Inc. with Kat Von D, he was so sweet to her all the
I agree
time.
with that.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I would marry Nikki Sixx.
Mm.
Just come at me if it doesn't work out with your wife.
Mhm.
Oh my God, this is horrible. I mean,
It's so hard.
Slash or Brett. I mean,
Slash and
I
Bret.
think
Come
I
on.
just like me and Brett have history, so I'm gonna fuck Brett.
All
And
right.
Sorry,
We're gonna
Slash.
seal the deal.
I cannot believe this, but my favorite band, Slash. I'm so sorry. I feel horrible. This is a terrible game. It's a hard one. but a good one.
Sebastian Bach,
Oh, yeah.
John Bon Jovi, and Axl Rose.
Oh, God.
Okay, wait. Okay, Jamie first.
I
Jamie.
don't think Axel's ever been married, right? I don't think he's. No, yes, he had his quickie marriage here with
Axel Sebastian.
what's his name?
Wait, I forgot already.
Sebastian and John Bon.
I would be fucking
Come.
Axl because you know he can fuck. We heard it on
Ooh.
Rocket Queen.
Wait a
I
minute.
know. I'm torn between.
I would marry John Bon Jovi, and I had a bad experience with Sebastian Bach, so sorry, bye.
I can't believe this, but I'm killing John Bon Jovi.
What?
Listen,
he was in Sex in the City.
I know. I'm a Richie girl.
She did say she's a Richie girl.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna fuck Sebastian Bach and marry Axel.
All
I'm
right.
gonna be his.
Why are you gonna marry Axel?
You know what? He's waited so long for his dream wife, and here I am.
And here you are. You're single, Axel.
I mean,
are you
Axel.
single, Axel? Rock of Love.
I think he's
Rock of
always single.
Love reboot with Jamie and Axel.
I think. Could you imagine Axl Rose on like a Rock of Love? It'd be
That would be
spectacular.
awesome, and it
It
would
would
be
last-
really weird.
It would
Like
last like 3 days. That's a
I
good
am
one.
marrying John Bon Jovi because I just want to look at his gorgeous
Yes.
face and fuck him forever.
Yes.
Okay, Axel, I'm fucking Axel.
You know he can.
Who's the
fuck.
other
God,
guy?
oh, you
Sebastian Bach.
Bye.
That's what I
Come
said.
on.
Sorry.
Like,
He was
yeah.
cute when the Nelson twins were cute.
He has great hair though.
Okay. So we're gonna do Vince
Twin-
Neil.
I like how we all just cackle at that.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Doesn't.
Vince Neil.
Wait. No. Okay, you give one. You give one.
Okay, so Vince Neil. Give
Come
a
on, Jamie.
rocker.
No, I gotta think of a good one. Hold on.
Okay,
Mhm.
MJ.
Drunk right now.
David Lee Roth.
Ooh.
That's a good one. Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
We'll
Okay,
edit
so
all
who
that
was
out
it?
and have you say
David Lee Roth, Tommy Lee, and Vince Neil.
Tommy Lee.
Go, Jamie. Go.
To do this.
Yes. Go.
I'd marry David Lee Roth because he's a Britney Spears fan. Well,
Vince Neil.
Vince Neil, Tommy Lee.
fuck Tommy, kill Vince. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm with you
yeah.
there.
I like how we're
I
all-
actually kind of agree with you. I would marry David, fuck Tommy with a condom.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then take a Z-Pack after
Kill, yeah,
just for
just for good measure.
Strap it up. God damn it. Jamie, you got us so drunk. It's the Rock of Love bus all over again. She's like, I'm ready to go, guys. I'm cool.
She's like, she's gotta go to work.
Me and Bree are slanted sideways.
We do need to wrap up because our girls got to go to work in an hour.
Fine.
Yeah. Oh my God,
fine.
you have to work.
God,
Bree has family in town. Vivian needs to come over and say hello.
Siri's
Vivian,
fine.
Siri's ready to come
Asking if
talk?
we need things.
Everything's fine.
It's time for it's your turn to be on the show. Jamie Ross, before you rock, babe, we need to find out where to find you on Instagram, Twitter, all the good stuff. MySpace.
Oh my God. On MySpace, I wish I could get back in that. I wish I would make a comeback.
Still on MySpace.
I am. I
2009.
I mean, we all still have our pages. Let's just bring it. We're bringing it back.
I wish it would come back. My Instagram username is Jamie, Jamie, Ross Vegas.
So we have some gentlemen sliding into your DM. Is that creepy?
No, come at me.
Come at her with the
Come
respect.
at her, bro.
Do not send me a dick pic unless,
Solicited.
not unsolicited. Solicited is fine.
It'll be like 3 p.m. She'll be bored one afternoon. She's like, just bring it on.
If you hear the code word banana, go ahead and send it.
What's the best time to reach Jamie Ross without insulting her? Because sometimes a guy would slide into your DM at the wrong time. You're just like, this is not the right time. It's 8 p.m. on a Monday.
No, that'd be great. It depends on the day, kind of. But if you're no, not at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m.
Are you on the dating apps?
Not at the moment, actually. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe
she's
soon.
working on herself.
Jamie, you're a badass bitch. You're sexy. We loved
Thank
you.
y'all.
Vivian, did you watch Rock of Love?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't she was the gorgeous girl with the blue eyes and the really dark hair, right?
Yeah.
We got to say goodbye.
Is Jamie our new friend?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch.
Lame.
Basil is lame.
Girl, that was fun.
Another fun conversation with you.
Yes, if you have any feedback, email us feedback@keepingitcasualpodcast.com.
My Twitter is Breemixed, BREEMIXED.
And I'm at MJ Radio Diva, any social platform.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Keeping It Casual Podcast. You get to see live videos, silly little photos of us.
All the dumb photos that we talk about. Anything
Yes.
photo-wise we talk about in the episode, it'll be there.
We look forward to hearing from you.
We'll be back with more gossip about nothing and
Everything. Bye.